Ah, Jesus. Let's get this over with. Alrighty. Oh, there's one. There's two. Okay.
Oh my god.
What do you mean? God, why are you like this? Why are you like this every freaking time with you, okay?
It's because you stuck.
Damn, you got me. Welcome to the Pizzacast, the show you decided to watch because it is too damn cold outside. God. Oh, God. The snow is literally piling up everywhere. I'm surprised it hasn't even gotten all over the dirt. You're welcome.
I'm freezing.
You're freezing? Good. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad.
Absolutely freezing.
No, you're not.
So, yeah, you know what? Maybe I am.
You're supposed to be the heater. You're not even good at it.
So right next to me is Jupiter, and then I have Miyu. Both of them stream on Twitch. Feel sorry for them.
Wow.
Welcome to the 8th episode. So, unlike last time, and the time before that, and possibly the time before that, all of us have actually prepared a little bit. Not only do we all have pizzas, right, Miyu? You have a pizza?
I ain't got a pizza.
Oh,
I had old
no.
Domino's.
It's a pizza. It's a pizza. Yeah, it counts. It counts. It counts. I know you have one because you're like a freaking pizza gremlin. And then mine recently came in, so we are all Gucci. And also, everybody has topics, which Miyu, wow, I can't believe it. You volunteered to go first.
Yeah.
Wow.
So okay, Kage, pull up my lovely diagram.
All right, hold on. This is
Let
kind
me see
of.
the diagram.
Actually, wait, no, pause. Don't pull up the diagram yet, because I have to ask my question first, because it segues into it.
Okay.
I've always wondered this. Does everyone think in images, or do people think in like speech, or like words? Like, does that make sense?
Oh, I can answer this real easy.
There are some people who cannot make images, and there's like a name for it.
Really?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm, like,
I
genuinely
forget
curious
the
about that
name.
kind of thing.
So there is a specific like set of words that people who think using imagery or text, there's like a distinct difference. There's quite a few studies about it too. God, I can't come up with the name. I mean, there's a specific title for it.
I think
Alright.
is it aphantasia? Yeah. Yeah. You can't make mental images.
Hmm.
Aphantasia. So like, I don't know. Like when I read a book, it becomes like a movie in my brain, right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, same with me. I think visually.
Yeah. But if I'm just like hanging out, I'll think in words.
So
Right.
like
But
words.
some-
You mean
there'll
like
be
speech,
occasional
right? It's like just like
pictures.
someone's
Yeah,
like talking in your
speech.
head.
Yeah.
Mm.
So for I don't know if I pull up the thing now or.
No, not yet.
Oh,
Why?
okay,
Do you have
okay.
something to say?
Well, yeah, of course I do. No, so for me it's kind of both, right? So like whenever I describe something, I have to build the image in my head by describing it. I kind of mentioned this off stream, but it's like really hard for me to think of things in terms of imagery.
Really?
Yeah, so everything that I do, everything that I say is also described. I cannot speak properly unless I think of the sentence that I want to say ahead of time. Like it's
So if I say like Pikachu, Pikachu doesn't just pop up in your
well,
brain.
I
Like,
first recognize that that's a Pokemon, and then I
Okay.
imagine what it looks like.
Hmm.
No, but I have to first ascertain what it is that you actually said. So I mean, this
So you
is
have to process the word and then it turns into an
well,
image.
yeah. So this is in part because I'm like really hard of hearing, and so I never like to assume what people say because there have been so many times where somebody will say something like humble area or sorry humbling, and I'll think tumbling. What the heck, that sentence doesn't make any sense. So I have to sit there and be like, is that really what they said? So even though you said, Pikachu, I know what Pikachu is, but
Right.
I need to be sure that's actually what you said. But yeah, whenever I'm talking, I have to type out the words in my head and then I just read the sentence. Yeah. And then, if I were to try and describe a character, I have to like really think about how I would describe them and then build the image and then describe it. There's a
Very
distinct process.
Well, the diagram, if you would be so kind as to pull it up.
I'm gonna briefly
It's like
see all this
semi-related. Like, because I think mostly visually. And sometimes, like, I have this thing where I'm, like, laying in bed, and I'll just, like... I know it kind of looks stupid, but sometimes my thoughts are too big for my head, visually.
They pop out of your brain.
Well,
Yeah, exactly. And then sometimes
so
either
hold
they're
up,
too
hold
big
up.
or too small. That's what the diagram is.
well, here's my question about this. When you say too big, is it like, for example, if I zoom in on this image, right? Is it too big that you can't imagine the whole picture? Or
Yeah, because it's too zoomed in.
Oh, okay.
Really?
So it's
And
a
then I
literal.
can't-
It's literally too
Yeah,
big.
it's literally too big.
Okay.
And I can't, like, resize it. Like, I'll be just, like, sleeping, or I'll be, like, trying to fall asleep, and then I'll have this, like, say I have an image of, I don't know, like, say at my desk. The picture I have in my head is just too zoomed in, where I can, like, I know
Really?
it's my desk, but it's, like, it's just too close, and I can't resize it to make it smaller. Because then if I do that, it just goes really tiny and it's like super far away.
So is
And
it
I've
like
always
you're
wondered what
trying
the hell
to-
this is.
So you're trying to like think of Pikachu, but you can only see like his tummy or something, and the rest.
Yeah,
of him just
exactly,
won't
that's
come into
exactly it.
focus?
That's
Yeah,
really
exactly.
That
weird.
is extreme. That's
Yeah.
strange.
Well,
I
okay.
I want to talk to people about this because it's
So-
I haven't found anyone else who experiences anything similar.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's definitely the first I've heard of something like this. But like,
Yeah, that is
so
never
I
happened to
wonder if maybe you should try something like I would do it, right? So if you hear Pikachu, rather than trying to just image Pikachu, try and describe Pikachu, right? So if I were going to do it, I would say, well, he's got black tip ears and then like a yellow coat. Basically, like, open up a blank canvas in your head, I guess, and then paint on it using mental words, if that makes sense. And
That's so
That's
much-
pretty much
so much
that's
work,
how I've
though.
oh,
heard.
well, yeah, it requires a lot of forethought, but
That's how I've heard that people with aphantasia think. Like you'll say Pikachu, they can't imagine. They have no image in their head, but they will think in like descriptions. They'll be like,
Yes.
okay, that's a little yellow mouse. He's got the little pointy ears, little cheeks.
right.
Yeah, and it will only just be when they hear words. It's only descriptions of things.
Yeah, I've similarly taken Rorschach tests, and I'm told that my results always come back a little weird.
A little
Rorschach?
weird.
Or maybe it's Rorschach tests. Either way, it's basically like a psychological examination of your brain, where they'll show you pictures of a white canvas with like black splotches all over it.
Yeah, the inkblot.
Yeah.
Tests or whatever.
Yeah, it's actually called a Rorschach test, but
Yeah.
the idea is that your psychiatrist or therapist will ask you to describe the image that you see. Now, the dots are never made in such a way to make a specific image. So it basically relies on your imagination and your psyche to put together an image, to try and like get a grasp of how you view things. And sometimes I have results that are pretty predictable, like, oh, I see an Eiffel Tower, or oh, I see a person. Though other times I have answered, I don't see anything other than splashes of ink on a piece of paper. And they're like, that's kind of bizarre.
Really?
Well, yeah, because like, again, I don't really think in terms of images. I think in terms of descriptions. So if I look at something and I can't piece together an image, there's just nothing to be made.
But why would that be? Why would that be odd, though? You're telling me these
Because
psychiatrists
it's
have
basically
given
just
this test,
uncommon.
like, a billion times,
Right.
and no one's
it's-
ever said that's just a piece of ink, man.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Nobody's ever said that. It's just a rare thing to hear. Because the average person just instantly connects the dots. It's like our brains are predisposed to understand words in an efficient way, which is sometimes really ineffective. Usually, you can read a word by only seeing the first two letters and then the last letter. You don't need
Yeah.
anything else. And it's actually kind of weird. Like if you were to see somebody type in this manner, You wouldn't understand it while they're typing it, but if you read it like at a glance, you'd probably understand it.
Yeah, I think I've seen like an entire like sentence or something, or like a paragraph just written this way, and you can just like read it.
Yeah, and it's supposed to work the same way for images, which is how that test works. It basically gives you a hint of an incomplete image, and your brain just auto-completes it. But in my case, sometimes it just doesn't. It would be like if you tried to reverse image search something from Google, and Google's like, I don't know, chief. What am I looking for here?
But yeah,
I
I
think
don't know, it's just a good problem I've had. I don't know what
there's
the hell it's
actually
called.
a similar concept in design called Gestalt theory, where it's basically like it sort of deals with negative space. It's like a whole is like more than the sum of its parts. So let's say like, have you ever seen like the
Weird.
what's the Wildlife Foundation? You know how they have like a little panda as their logo
The
thing?
ASPCA, yeah.
Yeah, like if you look at that panda logo, let me like see it, cause I
Yeah,
kind of-
let me go find the panda logo.
Yeah,
Hold on.
what is it even called? What's the?
I'm pretty sure it's the ASPCA.
No, that's the. It's like the Wildlife Foundation, isn't it? Used to get advertised on like that one animal channel that doesn't really deal with animals anymore. Is it the World?
Oh yeah.
The World Wildlife
Yeah. Okay.
something.
Yeah. The World Wildlife. The Worldwide Fund for Nature,
Is that what it is? They
or
changed their name.
World Wildlife Fund. Hold on. I'll put it
Yeah.
up on the screen. God damn it, Wikipedia. Oh God. All right, you'll have to deal with the fact that my that it's a transparent image. Ladies, could you tell this burb weave that he's just waiting? Man, shut up, DJ. Look at this. I have your freaking sponsored laser on the desk, and you're gonna come at me like that? Can't freaking believe this. I can't believe this. All right, well, here's your stupid panda.
Yeah, let me see the panda. Can we even like? Is it gonna? Okay, yeah. Well,
Yeah, it's kind of weird because you would usually see it on a white background.
yeah. See, this doesn't really demonstrate it, but you can, if you imagine that this is on a white background, right? This panda, usually it's on a white background. So the panda is only, you see the entire panda, but he actually is only made up of the black parts, right?
Right.
He doesn't need to
I
be
wonder
a
if I can find
whole piece because your brain, yeah, see there you go, like that. Like that one is fine, I think.
Yeah. What? God damn it.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about the actual World Wildlife Fund. We're just trying to do some
Wow, we
psychology.
care.
All right. Damn.
We care, we love the animal. Yeah, so you see the entire panda as a whole because your brain, you know, processes these pieces as one image. But he's actually just a bunch of little black blobs, right? Like he's not an entire panda.
I think you described
That's-
it kind of strangely earlier, where you said.
Is it kind of strangely?
Well, you said a circumstance where the whole is more than the sum of its parts.
I think, what was it? Well, yeah.
I'm trying to like comprehend that, and I'm having a lot of trouble. Because
It's
here,
basically,
in this case, I can see the border of where it should be. Like I can imagine
Yeah,
of where
but the-
where it ends.
yeah.
I get that the
because
image is
It's
otherwise
more.
drawn.
The image is more than the sum of its parts because he only has. He's made of like these black bits, right? The lines you were imagining are not real, but you imagine them in your brain and it makes an entire image. You're making imagery where there is none, right? The white.
I
the
don't
white
know if
space,
that was
there's nothing
designed like
there.
that on purpose. or
No,
not.
it
I-
is. It's negative space. It's a
Hmm.
type of design.
I see.
Yeah. making a complete image with just you know, pieces that aren't really there. They just appear in your brain. Like your brain completes it for you.
Well,
I
man,
think you can-
wasn't there a similar thing, which you can kind of see it in this image, but it's a little harder, where it's like, if you're not focusing on something, you'll see like little dots appear.
Maybe. Isn't
Like,
there like
if you were to focus on the panda's nose, for instance,
right?
between the ear and the W, sometimes there's like, you know, a gray circle, and then right here as well, sometimes right here.
I mean, does it like flash for you?
Yeah, but if you were to
Or
look at
going,
it, it's
yeah.
gone.
Yeah. I don't know what that is, but yeah, that's a thing for some reason. Some sort of optical illusion.
I think that's what it basically has to be. I get those dots a lot, yeah. I've been led to believe that dots like that are also based on eye color. I recently had to explain to somebody that there's like a pretty huge difference in how eye color like details whether or not, like, how good you can see in the dark, and how good you see during the daytime. Also, is Miyu like dead?
No.
She's dead in her
Oh,
brain.
okay. It's fine if
I'm
you're
a
dead
little
inside,
slow.
just don't actually
I'm
be
a
dead.
little sleepy, not gonna lie.
Oh my god. Okay.
So I have my head back.
Aww.
Alright,
But
well,
You're
Sleeping me.
so, yeah, so I have light colored eyes, which, light colors reflect light. I mean, generally it's why people wear white, out in the sunlight, because it pushes light away. However, it's pretty obnoxious. Anybody who lives anywhere remotely close to, like, a lot of snow can absolutely tell you that when sunlight hits snow, it bounces right the heck off. It is so obnoxious. It's like
Yeah.
a whole field of snow turns into a huge mirror. And it becomes obnoxiously bright, while your eyeballs do the same thing. And similarly, dark-colored eyes absorb sunlight. So people with light-colored eyes tend to have pretty good, like, low-light vision, because they can reflect the light, how little there is, though there may be, very, very effectively. Like, you know, if the moon is out, for example, I can see almost as though it were daytime.
Is that how like seeing works though, or do
Well,
you see by reflecting light out? I thought you like.
so the way it actually works is that
Absorb it
the
or
the sunlight goes into your eyeball and then reflectors kind of shoot out. But your iris can reflect light because it is a solid surface. It's just very, very, very thin. I mean, it's like, you know, putting up a piece of paper through sunlight. Or if you've ever, like, put up your hand or something, and then you see, like, the little red glow from, like, your skin.
Yeah.
But anyhow, people with dark-colored eyes, however, absorb sunlight, and they tend to see with close to no light quite a bit better. Because their eyes, especially because when it's darker, your pupils adjust so that your eyeballs are huge. And that's why, you know, bats and stuff have what almost looks like colorless eyes. They don't actually have colorless eyes. They're just built to reflect the most amount of light possible. Which is why they're basically blind in the daytime, because it's too bright. Okay, fine.
It kind of reminds me of meerkats have like this like black band around their eyes. Does that like? Is that how does that help them? Is that counterproductive? Because they want to be able to see in the daytime because they forage in the daytime. And
Do
they
you
have,
mean like
scalp.
on their fur, where it looks like they got
It's on
punched
their
in the
fur.
face?
It does it. Yeah.
Oh,
they have
so
like a black eye.
that keeps heat and sweat out of their eyeball.
Do you think a meerkat sweat?
Well,
Meerkats?
most things do.
Well, dogs don't.
But I mean, it's the same thing about a football player who puts, you know, like marks underneath their eyes.
I didn't know that was
it's to
for, like,
keep
the purpose. I
Yeah,
thought
no,
that was like
it actually serves a purpose. It keeps the heat and the light away.
even when it's like right, it's pretty much like right on their eyeballs, man. Like they got
Yeah.
punched. Is that actually like?
Yeah, I mean it's an evolutionary thing.
Interesting.
Every night I walk into darkness when I'm leaving for work, no problem. It's because you have no friends.
Wow.
Jesus.
I don't know if that even like had anything to do with that. What do you mean?
I'm just reading chat, dude. Look at that.
Why does him walking in darkness mean he has no friends?
Because otherwise he'd be walking with the boys.
He didn't say he's not walking with the boys.
I know
He
he's
just
not
said
walking with the
in
boys.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. As long as you're sure.
Of course I know that.
But yeah, if we're going way back before we went crazy, Mia, I think your brain's just weird.
Yeah, my.
I think you might have
so
weird.
I
rude.
really want to. No, it's the truth. I really want to go and be like, I want to dig into this more because there's gotta be something about it.
I mean, do you think it's like, is it like a problem?
Well,
Are you? Is your
It
brain
prevents
like
me from
melt?
sleeping sometimes.
It
Dude
prevents
had
you
to
from
die
sleeping?
to get thumbs. Fuck. Okay, you got me there. I had to reincarnate so I could have opposable thumbs.
Well, are chicken feet
Nah.
not like they're kind of like hands?
Well, there's only 3 talons, right? I mean, I could grab coconuts, right? Or if, you know, in a larger size, I could grab people's heads, or their wrists,
I mean, I've seen. Well, I guess cockatoos are pretty like nimble, man. With their
yeah,
little
but
feet.
I'm not gonna be able to play a guitar, right? Like,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. So I
don't
needed more fingers.
What actually? Well, I feel like if
I gotta put
If,
on a
like,
sweater. I'm gonna freeze at home.
a gray parrot was like a little bit smarter, he could play guitar.
Maybe, but it would be like awkward, right? Because you can't really use your wings to hold stuff.
No.
They're really ineffective about that. Honestly, it's easily the worst part about being an avian race. I mean, you look at all the things that you could grab, but you have to basically pick 1 or possibly 2.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
it's
'cause
like, damn.
You only have feet, a single foot, because you gotta stand on the other one, and then you have beak.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So I mean, I got gutted. I definitely had to die to
Got
get
gutted.
thumbs.
You've been had.
Dang. It
No,
do be like that.
I'll accept that one. That one's fair. Now, just because Mr. You know what? I'm not even gonna go there. God, where were we? Oh yeah. I was gonna say to Miyu. I mean, I think trying to find an alternate way to like imagine things would be the way to go.
Yeah.
Because
maybe you
the
gotta
brain
think more
is like an exceedingly powerful tool, and you can convince it to operate in a different way. I mean, there are people who have such fine control over their like mental processes that they could die by thinking too hard.
That's extreme.
Well, it is, but like in just the same way that your brain can ignore pain under certain circumstances, you can train yourself to induce those circumstances, like on purpose. Does that make you invincible? No, it just means that your body is too dumb to realize that it's hurting.
Wow.
Yeah. You can just turn off the ability to like register that pain is a thing.
Is that like real though?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people who have been struck by lightning, often they don't lose their like hands or whatever. Even though they get really sick tattoos, they just lose feeling in it, which means that they could light their hand on fire, they could cut it off and wouldn't know the difference.
Goodness.
Yeah, because the sensors are just fried. They don't register anything. And similarly, if you're like running under adrenaline or a fight or flight response, you could probably get shot and not really notice until like you were safe. At which point it would be like the most excruciating pain you ever felt.
Oh god.
And I only know this, not because I was actually hit by a bullet shot at me, but one day I was roller skating home from my first job, and I was going a little too fast when a lace from my roller skates slipped underneath a wheel, and I skid like halfway down the concrete.
Oh.
Yeah, and my whole left leg was just red. And I got up and I walked home. I walked home. I called. Yeah, I called my mom and I was like, "Hey, so I need some ace bandages. Also, you possibly need to call the hospital because I might have just ripped my leg open." And she was like, "What the heck is your problem? Jesus."
What's your problem?
Yeah, and so I very calmly explained, I need the Neosporin and rubbing alcohol, and I wrapped my leg up. I did all the first aid steps myself, and and then I sat down on the couch. I kicked off my roller skates, and then I just screamed so loud. Holy crap, it hurt so bad because it was just like everything hit me at once, because while I was skating and when the injury happened, my brain didn't register that pain had existed, because it knew that in order to survive, it had to like get to safety first. And then once it felt that it was safe, oh yes, it hurt. It hurt a lot.
What's the point of like feeling it after that? What, just see like lay down or something?
Well, it's your body returning to normalcy. Maybe she didn't just tell you to take some Robitussin and suck it up. My mother, my dear sweet mother, my mother is probably where I get my like neurotic desire for everything to be perfect. Same reason you don't feel the pain till you see the wound. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the reason you feel it afterwards is that once your body returns to normal, then your senses work the way that they should. And pain usually lingers for quite some time. I mean, I don't know if you've ever had like a bruise or you stubbed your toe. It's not like it hurts once. It hurts for a while. Yeah, pain is an important signal to let you know that you're injured. Yeah, it's your body telling you, saying, hey, whatever you're doing, stop it. Like, don't do this because it hurts. It's bad. It's real bad. But your brain can turn it off briefly in order to be like, there's more important things to do right now. I mean, in a similar notion, my brother and I used to go go-karting. And I have more than once fallen out of said go-kart while it was moving. Rolled down the hill, hit a few rocks across it. Well, because we're stupid kids and we don't buckle ourselves in. Yeah, so the go-kart would flip over and I go flying out. And it was great fun. But then I'll hit a rock on my way down, and then I'll get up and just walk back, and then I sit back in the go-kart. I'm like, ah! But when it happens, my body doesn't really assess its own damage. It just ensures that it can still work. The Quack Kickstarter, relief post-exercise soreness. Yeah, I mean, honestly, pain is the way that your body is at its limit. Similarly, have you guys heard of the, what is it, Mother's Strength or something?
No.
I feel like I have.
Okay, so basically the idea is that if your child was trapped underneath a car, you could just lift up the car.
Oh wait, yeah, I have.
Even though it's obnoxiously heavy. And basically the reason, I mean, if you ever walked up to pick up a weight, and then as soon as you pick it up, you just know that you can't lift it, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's because your body has limiters in certain areas of its muscles and tendons that tell you, no, this is bad. Don't do that. But under extreme duress, your brain can ignore these things. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to Hulk smash whoever. It just means that your body is more willing to tear itself apart to do what it needs to do, or feels like it needs to. So, I mean, you guys, don't go, adrenaline hunting for the sake of saying that you're a superhero. That's just you being an idiot. Adrenaline is an amazing and highly addictive drug. In order to survive at work, before I had heart surgery, I had a bad heart, but because I was basically too proud to get surgery and I wanted to like believe that I could make it, I often would induce adrenaline just to like do basic tasks. And then of course afterwards everybody was like, wow, Kagerou, you're such a fast worker, or like you're so diligent. I can't believe you were able to do all this stuff. And I'm like, yo, thanks. Hey, I'm gonna go use the restroom, and I would like barf up my own blood.
Oh god.
Oh,
Because
God,
yeah, because the
wow.
whole idea is that, you know, if I can just go faster, and I just ignore the, you know, palpitations and the fact that your lungs can't really keep up.
You're gonna die.
I literally
it's
did this for like
overdue,
3
like-
years.
You
Oh
have
my
just
God,
ruined
you
your.
hurt me.
Oh yeah,
I think you've like taken away your own lifespan, like by
quite-
spending
quite
too much
possibly.
early.
But I
Yeah.
mean, I've since had surgery, and I think I did pretty good. But no, absolutely, adrenaline is a phenomenal drug. The problem is that when you get too used to it, then well, yikes. Good thing he's an immortal perp, yeah.
He's immortal, sort of,
I mean, it just takes time
Right.
to regenerate.
a little bit.
Your heart, like most other things, is a muscle. It can be trained. Just don't. Unlike most muscles, once you break it, well, yikes.
Well, you can get another one.
Yeah. I have technically died twice.
Jesus Christ.
An overtrained
How
heart.
you've done it.
What is an overtrained heart?
I know about it, but I basically did not attempt to overtrain it. I know about it because basically by circumstance, I had gotten to a similar point. Basically, I got super lucky that I just didn't get a really nasty series of heart attacks.
Why did you do this to yourself?
Well, because I had to.
Why'd you go so hard? No, did you? Did
Yeah,
you
I
really
did.
have to?
Well, I mean, my alternative was to be like homeless, right? Because I have to pay the bills,
Oh, God.
and in
Yeah.
order to pay the bills, you got to work, and you got to show up and do the work to work. Yeah.
A little nut.
There's I wanted thumbs. Yeah. No, I have more than a few stories about like basically crossing paths with near death at the workforce just because it's what you have to do. In some cases, wake up in the middle of the night to get exercise. Yeah. The whole idea of the overtrained heart is that, you know, like I said, it's a muscle, which means that you can build it. However, because your heart beats a lot very, very quickly, you know the whole like no pain, no gain. It's kind of the same idea,
Yeah.
except you're rolling some pretty nasty dice. You can do it, but you know, like Wim said, professional bikers, in order to get the immense amount of stamina and blood flow, that's what you got to do. And there's allegedly like steroids that help you do it. I don't do that. Just don't. It's not a risk you gotta
Sounds
take.
a little spooky.
Well, it is, but I mean, that's what some, you know, I think DJ said in the chat, some people just live for that stuff. I get adrenaline. I really do. You know, you were saying earlier, Jupiter, that I'm like a weirdo that like is gonna explode one day because I freak out about a bunch of stuff. Well, the best part about adrenaline is that your mind just goes blank, right? You don't think about anything other than the one thing you're setting out to do, and it's such a
Yeah.
liberating feeling. I haven't gone bungee jumping, but I have gone like parasailing and similar stuff, to where it's like suddenly it's just like freedom, you know. All the neurotic weirdo-ness is just gone because my body is like, oh god, oh god, oh god, this is no time to argue. Like
Dang, man,
we
just take a
take
peek, though.
we take one course of action and that's what we do. Bungee jumping seems amazing. I highly disagree. Well, I don't know. I'm a weirdo about heights. If it's like
It's spooky.
if it is a huge distance, I'm okay with it. But if I can like becomes bald when under adrenaline, what the heck are you talking about? No, No, if I can comprehend how large a distance is, I get super nervous about it. But if it's like some unthinkable distance, like for example, if I look out of an aircraft while we're like several thousand feet up,
Yeah.
it doesn't scare me.
You're
I don't get
fine.
nervous because it's just such an incomprehensibly long distance that it's just like, well, okay. But like most bungee jumping, like down a canyon or off a mountain or something, hell no. Hell no. If I can count the number of seconds it takes for something to hit the ground, hell no. God, sometimes I'm like, I look down the stairs and I get nervous because I'm like, oh God, if I trip, I'm gonna like break my face.
Yeah, stairs kind of scare me a little bit too. So I'm just like, oh god, this thing's gonna kill me. What am I gonna do?
But like bungee jumping
gonna
and
fall down
parachuting
and die.
sounds like super fun, except I like aircraft a lot, and I would rather fly the plane than jump out of it. Umbrellas. That's a new
Are
one.
umbrellas scary?
I don't know.
Stairs are pretty scary.
For some reason, I get really terrified of like just simple little objects in my room. I'm like deathly afraid of like one day slipping in my room and like hitting my head on a corner of a desk.
Oh,
Like, oh my
God.
And then you just like
Yeah.
die.
And I just
I
fucking die.
actually,
And then I just die on my desk. And it like terrifies me. Oh
I have
God.
like a bedpost.
I need to like baby
that I
proof
have
all my
to, like-
corners.
Yeah, I had to like put a little piece of like clay on it because it's kind of like pointed, and it's like it would like I'd be laying in bed and just like thinking about this stupid just pointy thing here, and I'm like, I'm just gonna fall over and just like die on this thing one day and just explode or something.
Sneezing and hitting my
And
face
I
against
had to cover it up because it was just bothering me so much.
See,
Just like the thought of it.
I am so terrified of the dark that the only way that I can sleep is if I'm so tired that I like pass out. I cannot lay in bed when it is dark.
What if you just get like a little nightlight?
I previously had one, but it basically prevented me from sleeping more than like 4 hours.
Really?
Well, yeah.
Was it too bright or something?
Well, not necessarily. It's just that we don't get a lot of sunlight up here. So like, during the winter, because it's so dark commonly throughout the day, it's like hard for my brain to remember what time it is because there's just a light all the time.
Well, what if you got some sort of like timed nightlight?
My brother had one of those, and nah.
What?
Nah.
What do you mean, nah? Why? What's wrong with
It doesn't really help.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I previously had a nightlight in the form of my computer just being on all the time, but it did more damage than it did assistance. I also just hate sleeping in general, as I've mentioned before.
I mean, I get a little spooked in the dark, but like my counter is to just hide completely in my blanket. Just the whole there's no
See,
part of me peeking out. I make a little hole for breathing.
God, I couldn't do that. No, and so like a nightlight for me would have to be bright enough to illuminate the wall and the floor. Because that's the part that freaks me out. If it is so dark that I can't see the wall or the floor, I just assume that they're bottomless pits.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's the worst. It is actually the worst. And so that's why I just, if I know I'm getting tired and I say it's bedtime, I get up, and then I like turn off. Do I not like fright houses? I can't do them. I have never been to a haunted house more than once. Just get darker eyes, forehead. No, I don't go to any haunted houses. I don't watch any scary movies. Jesus, I can't even watch streams of like remotely scary
Right,
games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you had to hide from my stream.
I can't do it.
I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, weirdly enough, I don't get spooked by pretty much anything else. Like I love like horror games. Like I like spooky movies. I've never been to a haunted house,
They're
but
awful.
it's probably fun.
I
I
can't
don't
do
know.
haunted houses.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind horror, but I can't do haunted houses.
Well,
I just
actually,
can't.
actually, haunted houses I probably wouldn't do because jump scares still get me. I'll just be like and then I'm kind of mad about it.
I can just as easily say, oh, look at this dude. Couldn't even play a game that both of his best friends recommended him for 4 years, DJ. Are you listening to me? I'm mad about that. I'm still mad about that. I guess an Outlast playthrough is out the window? Absolutely. No, I've worked in a haunted house before, but I can't go through them.
What, you were the spooky
You
guy?
were? Were you a scare actor?
No. I
okay.
I worked the fog machines, and we had like pressurized like air hoses. They go psst,
Yeah.
right, and they're aimed at like most people's like necks and stuff. And I
Yeah,
also
so
had like the thermostat, so I often made it very, very cold. Yeah, I was the spook machine, and man, people screams, ugh, it's good stuff.
Is it?
Are you like low key like a sadist or something? That sounds like something a sadist would say.
Listen, just don't worry about it.
Did it make you like giggle?
I'm
It made me happy that I was that good at my job.
The screams of children made me happy.
No. Adults are the best ones. Children are terrible. They're too high pitched. But like, hearing like the frat boy with his girlfriend be like, whatever, it's not even that scary, and then he bails on her. Oh, that's the good stuff. That
Have
is
you
like the.
seen that, like with your own eyeballs?
I didn't see it because I'm behind a bunch
okay.
of walls. Kage just
Yeah.
keeps me around just to throw me against the wall. And you ask, you know what?
Dang, is that true?
Is this true? Is that why he's
Is
not
this
on?
true?
Did you break it? Did you break him? Is that why he's
You know
not
what,
putting on?
DJ?
Throw him around? No, leave him alone.
Is this
No,
what
are
you want?
doing?
No.
Is this what you want? Is this
What
what
are
you want?
doing to him?
Leave him
Gone.
alone.
He's gone.
No! What'd
No.
you do?
Yeah, that's right. Now you have to sit on Jupiter's dirty
Wow.
floor.
He dropped on the floor. What are you
Dropped it
doing?
on the floor.
Oh my god.
This stream is no longer sponsored.
How could you do this?
Can't believe it.
Can't believe this.
I can't believe this.
I can't believe you.
Alrighty. But yeah, especially since before I got my heart surgery, I was actually told that I just can't do these things. Like, the doctor told me anything that gets like my heart pumping too fast, can't do it.
Yeah, you gotta calm down.
So I have never seen a scary movie since I was like, I don't know, 12 years old. I've never like played a horror game or anything like that, and I will never ever do so.
Yeah, I mean, for you, it's probably kind of dangerous.
It's not just dangerous. I just don't like being scared. I don't like surprises. I will faster, like I have a reflex that people who come up behind me and they like grab my shoulder, I might just punch them in the face.
Oh yeah, didn't you say that?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
like
that.
I
We were
am
talking
so
about that.
paranoid about that kind of stuff. I'll just turn around,
Oh god,
straight in the face,
just kill him.
just kill. My survival instincts are very very paranoid. Speaking of general paranoia, the next topic, I think the next 2 topics are like related. So I think Jupiter, you should go first.
Okay. Well, I kind of have. There was a lot of, so much junk this week that happened. So we'll start with just some. We'll start with some happy news. VTube Studio is coming to Steam, and it will have webcam support soon.
Let's
Yeah.
So
go,
we
boys.
can dump all these other inferior programs right in the trash.
Goodbye,
Facebook right in the
PRPR
trash. Yeah,
Live.
PRPR in the trash.
Let's
Because
go.
the superior program has decided to broaden its horizons and bless us all with its presence.
Is it free though? Is it a free program or is it a one-time
you-
payment kind of deal?
You're probably gonna have to pay a sub, man, I think. Just
Man.
for, I think.
Well, I don't know. I
'Cause the
I
way
would
it-
think it's like a one-time payment.
The way it works on phone right now is that in order to stream from phone to, get it into your thingies like OBS Unlimited, you have to pay like a monthly sub.
Well,
So I don't know, like, because it's on PC and it's kind of different, I'm not sure like what they're gonna plan to do with that.
yeah. I guess we'll have to
You
see.
will have to pay The webcam support is like a DLC though, they said, so you'll have to pay like $10 at least for that.
But I mean, if the tracking is a lot better,
Then
Well, the
that's really what
tracking-
matters.
The tracking, using the webcam is going to be based off of VC Face, which is, kind of what it's, usually when you know, the V2 or the Vroid, that's usually what they say is the best program to use.
yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's just free. The tracking is nice, and so they took that and they're hooking it up to VTube Studio.
Well, I mean, I have no clue if the tracking on VC Face is good or not, because whenever I use it, it's like fucking 100% CPU. All of it. Let's just use fucking
okay.
all
Well,
of it.
you need a new computer.
I
VC
do
Face
need a new
is a little it does kind of eats up the CPU a little bit
It do.
more than other things. But that's because I think it's because the tracking is like decently advanced.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's the same as it is in the like phone version, because
Yeah.
my mom has a phone that's compatible with it, and I tried it out, and I was like, oh, this is pretty good. There's
I'm
no
just
way she
glad
would let me
'cause,
borrow
like-
it for VTubing, but you know.
For one thing, I don't have to spend like $300 or something, or like $500 on a new phone, right? Like that's wonderful. And
That is
then I
pretty
don't
good.
have to worry about FaceRig's stupid green screen anymore, so I can use my other hair and not be all scuffed. And then the thing that got me is that FaceRig, they made like a new program, right?
Mm.
Because their old code didn't like allow for like changes and stuff, and they kind of like they went to like a subscription thing. It was like $2 a month or whatever, and they were trying to, from what I can see, they're trying to target VTubers more.
Well, yeah, I
Now-
would imagine so. It's like a huge
Yeah, I
amount
can.
of income.
Yeah, right. And they're like a face tracking program, so they were like, oh, these people had the audacity to have a transparency output, but you cannot. It doesn't like work as like. The only thing you can do with the transparency output is overlay it onto, like in
Oh,
post
okay.
edit,
So
basically.
yeah, all right. So you can't actually be transparent.
Yeah, they're big trolling is what they.
Well,
They
that's kind
said
of how it is
maybe-
right now.
Is it?
Well,
I
yeah.
think,
I mean,
like,
that's why I
doesn't-
have that stupid blue outline all the time,
Well,
because
yeah.
because there's no actual green screen, at least not an effective one.
Yeah.
And so that's just how it has to be.
Yeah, but no, their thing outputs transparent, but it's not like a webcam output
I
for
see.
anything that you
Yeah.
can actually use. Like you're sitting there transparent, but you can't put it into like your OBS or anything. You have
Right,
to
right.
like it'd be like if you pre-recorded a YouTube video and then you could overlay your little self over it.
Hmm.
And I was just like, they said like maybe they'll think about, and I'm like, you guys are out here targeting or attempting to target the VTuber market with your dumb program with a subscription on it, and you didn't even like, you don't care about like the live streaming, which is I thought the majority of VTubers right now.
Well, I mean, a lot of VTubers. I mean, the majority of us do stream, but there are, you know, a lot of videos as well.
There are definitely a lot of videos, but I feel like at least 75%, if not more.
I don't
are
know.
live
The
streams.
only thing I want on a face rig, which by the way, face rig, if you're listening, please, I'll pay $50 for this if I gotta. All right, let me upload my own freaking background. Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Well,
That's it. That's
well,
all I
I'd
want.
I'd love to let you know that that is a feature on FaceRig already.
All right, great. Yo, I'm sold. That's all I need. Nothing bothers me more than whenever I show up to somebody else's stream and they're like, "Oh, well, don't you have a background?" Yes, but I can't use it. Well, why not? Well, I'm not really sure, but I can't.
I mean, what do you mean by? Are you talking about just a picture?
Or
The
yeah.
background?
So like,
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
well, yeah, I get that, but in
Uh,
current face rig, you just can't.
Yeah.
You can
can't.
only use the backgrounds that you have.
There's it doesn't really have a picture. You have to click that. It's called it's called custom background or something. And you just click that, and then you have to go into the options, and it allows you to pick a file that you can use as your background.
I'll have to investigate this later.
Yeah, I will I will find it later, and I will show it to you.
Okay, because I don't.
But yeah, you can do that. But forget that, because I'm dumping it in the trash as soon as
VTube Studio.
Yeah. Give me that sweet transparent. You could put a pizza on your head, right? They got that feature where you can.
It's things on your head now.
Yeah. You know how people put like little PNGs and it's just kind of stuck?
Yeah, it follows them.
With it, man, it's crazy. Yeah, that's nuts.
It is pretty nuts.
Insane. Let me put a pizza on my head, man. It's cool.
Shut up, Chief.
Someone made like a cute little hand PNG with a plushie in it. Give me that, man. Cool.
Like the one where it's like the head rubbies.
Yeah.
So what's the bad news? What's the scoop?
Okay, well we got a lot of junk out here.
Nice.
So let's see. I don't even know like what to start with. I guess we start with like there was a lot of I think we kind of talked about this a little bit before, but then it was brought up again. Basically people well, we talked about like PNG tubers, right?
Oh yeah. And like the difference between pre and post debut.
Yeah, now people are kind of there was a thing about basically V-tweeters where we got these people saying their pre-debut or whatever, and they basically just kind of sit there forever pre-debut. There's no like announced date, and they get all of this kind of popularity. You know, like maybe they'll post like a reference sheet or something, maybe they just have a picture, but they basically kind of just sit there and they'll just gain a bajillion followers, but they're not really doing anything.
Right.
And people are a little bit upset about that. Some people are vocally upset.
Well, so my thing would be, you know, I just saw, but like a few days ago, one of my mutuals, who's really, really nice, she posed the question of if you are a pre-debut VTuber and you show up on streams and you like make content, are you actually a pre-debut VTuber? Or is that just a title? And the actual answer would be no. You have already debuted. Because what a debut is, like what it actually is by definition, is it is the first time the public sees you. Right? So like when I first showed up on Taicho's stream, just talking to you guys before I even had a PNG, I had technically debuted right then.
Technically, yes.
Yes, because I have made content. Now, granted, it was through somebody else's stream, and the multiple times that I joined Miyu on her stream, even with a PNG, I had debuted. So my actual debut wasn't really a debut so much as it was just a like reference of my content with just myself. And I really wanted to comment on this mutual's post about how I really wish the VTuber community would come up with a different word. Because, what's her face? Ideal Goth GF. Nor. She made the excellent point that if you intend to stream on Twitch, do not wait for a debut. Start streaming as soon as you can.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
If you intend to stream on YouTube, I would say do the opposite. Wait for a debut date. Because just the way that YouTube works, you are better off trying to get as big of a opening head start so that the algorithm catches you than try to slowly build up. But on Twitch, you know, it works the other way around. Now, I would say that instead of a debut, what I would probably put it as is, what did I call it? God, I was thinking about this in the shower, like, yesterday. And I had this, like, whole argument pointed out, but then as soon as I got out, like, my roommate was like, bro, you want some hot chocolate? I was like, damn, I want some hot chocolate. And that was it. That was all, as far as I got. Oh God, it was pre concept. It was concept
Concept.
instead of debut.
Kind of
you
a good word.
window into Kage's shower thoughts.
Well,
Yeah.
kind of like a weird like.
Concept.
Well, so here's my thought process, right? Announcement of active content creation. Yeah, kind of. So there are a frightening number of YouTubers. Honestly, I feel like this is super weird, and I will never understand anybody who does this. There are a ton of YouTubers who will like change their design like every other week or something. I don't get it. I don't
like,
get it.
Are they like pre-debut and they're just like?
Well, yeah.
They're just
but
morphing?
they actively stream
morph-
still. And
really?
Yeah, and they have like alternate designs and alternate like personas and stuff like that. It's happened at least 3 times since I started streaming. And these are like people that I know, and I'm like, wait, hold on. Like, I just learned your name now. Don't change it on me and make it more complicated.
Oh wait, they're like changing it. They're like completely.
Yeah,
changing,
like their Twitter handle.
Self.
I mean, this happened the other day. You know, in the D&D game, we had another player who I had like all of their socials like down and stuff, and so I tried to tag them on Twitter and they weren't there, and I was like, oh, did I just get blocked? No, they changed their name. They changed their whole identity, and I had already made a thumbnail that used their previous artwork, and I was like, oh no, I've done something terrible. I've like mislabeled somebody. So the way that I would think about it is that if you are quote-unquote pre-debut, you are pre-concept. And all of your streams until then are concept streams. The whole idea is you literally testing out the concept of your streams. And I think labeling it that way, what you get to do is you could even run like little community events like, you know, I streamed 4 different concepts this week. Which one did you guys like the most? Right? And that not only gives your audience like a chance to, well, interact with you more, but also help to determine what they liked the most. And honestly, I'm kind of angry I didn't think about this like 4 months ago, because that's a good idea. At least I think it is.
I think it's more technically correct, but I think it's a little like, I think concept is kind of too harsh of a word, if that makes sense. Like, when you're dealing with a persona, sort of. If that makes sense. Like, it's kind of like, I get what, I think debut, right, isn't correct, but then concept is also, it's so technical that it feels.
I think that's more of an issue of like use. I think concept feels like such a scientific word because we don't use it. But like, you know, after 2 months or so of people saying, hey, I'm a pre-concept VTuber, it like wouldn't even really register as something being weird, you know?
Maybe, yeah.
Like, I mean, we all have seen... Miyu, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay. I just wanted to...
I'm sleepy.
All right.
Yeah,
your eyes were closed and then they were open and it looked like you stuck your tongue out, and I was like, did you like, you know, eat the crayons or something?
No!
Okay.
No.
But like, you know, we all have seen how the VTuber uprising hashtag like literally exploded, like actually overnight.
Oh yeah, that
and
was
it's still
also
going.
That was
part of my
crazy.
next, like, what?
Well,
It's just a, wasn't that just like a meme at first?
Well,
Wasn't
yeah,
that
yeah.
just
VTuber
positivity?
wanted
They were
to
like,
just
yeah,
make
do
a
this.
trend, and they did. It was
Yeah.
very popular.
Yeah, they did it.
They definitely did it.
They sure fucking did.
And various peoples are unhappy about it, but you know what? Whatever. It's
Are
like
they unhappy? Were they
at
unhappy
least
for-
over Reddit, like a lot of people were asking, like, what is this all about? You know, some
No,
people
I
are
mean-
taking it like way out of context and think that it's like some kind of like, you know.
But we're gonna overthrow the government.
Well, no, more that like, you know, there's kind of this. How to put it? There's kind of a stigma for independent EN VTubers, and it's basically just a natural result of saturation. You know, people can see a concept, and no matter how unique it is, at the end of the day, if you are an independent EN VTuber, you are one of millions. Well, probably more like hundreds of thousands, but still,
Yeah.
there's a lot of us, and I think the general VTuber audience has kind of like really high expectations for what a VTuber is, and the vast majority of us just don't meet it. And that's not really anything we can do anything about other than just existing for long enough until it happens. I mean, it's kind of like reality TV shows. They're basically all the same. The only reason one is better than another is if you decide to watch it. Like, if it catches your attention just enough and it catches a lot of people's attention, then suddenly it's good. Which that kind of brings the whole like beauty is in the eye of the beholder argument, which I don't really want to get into. But it more or less falls down to like people are mad because it's like, oh, VTuber uprising is the independents trying to say that they're better than the corporate slaves. No, it's not.
I don't think
it's
that's
not.
what it was about.
That's not what it's about. But you know, people see VTuber uprising. It's very popular, and they make assumptions.
Yeah.
Sorry, I totally derailed like the whole idea of like concept streaming. I just really wanted to get that out of the way.
But I mean, we kind of derailed off of the original bit.
Oh,
Which
yeah,
it was basically people are upset that basically, you know, we got the people out here, they debut, they're grinding it out, you know, they have this slow but steady growth, you know, they're out here doing it. But then you have these people kind of just popping in on Twitter, and all of a sudden they have just a bajillion people looking at them, and they're very popular, but they haven't really done anything yet. And it kind of is discouraging to people that have been sitting there slowly growing their audience and have, you know, kind of come into success that way.
Yeah, well,
They feel sort of slighted in a way.
I'd like to drop the name of Uehasu-chan, Gomen Nasari. Yeah, a lot of established VTubers who have been doing this for a very long time are pretty upset, and I think they have every right to be. I mean,
I think so, yeah.
I
Kind of messed up.
I pretty recently saw some VTuber, like she celebrated, I think, what was it, 500 subscribers on YouTube, which is a good amount.
Yeah.
But she was like, yeah, it's so close to my 2-year anniversary, and I was like, what? Like,
It's kind of like a strange phenomena that I don't really like. I don't get it, actually. How are these people just popping up and then all of a sudden they have like, I don't know, like just 1,000 boys out here?
it's probably the whole idea of like, god damn it, I can't think of the word, but so I call it the Christmas present anomaly. And what it is that, you know, when it's Christmas and you see a box and it's for you,
Yeah.
you don't know what's in it, and you inherently hype yourself up for what could be.
I see.
And I think it's the same idea, right? So people see like a pre-debut VTuber, quote unquote, they haven't really done anything.
Yeah.
They seem like a nice person. This already checks like a millions boxes. Because, you know, if you're decent enough and you interact with your Twitter community, odds are that the people who you do interact are going to have a huge bias towards you because they just like the interaction. It's a generally nice thing to do. And I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot here because I'm really bad about that. But putting that aside, if they see a cute image, you know, then they also think like, wow, imagine if that moves, right? Like, you know, I wonder if this artist is going to do it or this artist is going to do it, right? You're basically building this totem pole of what could be without actually making that person deliver on those expectations.
Right.
Because as long as somebody says, oh, I'm working on it, well, that's that. But like, I think a good example of like a pre-debut VTuber that I would actually call a VTuber is this is the third time this individual has come up in the Pizzacast. I swear every single time I'm like, I'm not embarrassed to say their name, but I feel like there's a bunch of other things that could be said. So Kyo, the clam tuber.
Yeah.
Kyo makes awesome background music. She's so talented.
Oh yeah.
And her model's cute. You know, she puts up banger tweets and even very not banger tweets. But nevertheless, she makes content. She makes content on Twitter. She makes content on YouTube, and she's very, very good at what she does. And she's friendly. She's a little too friendly.
Is she pre-debut?
She is pre-debut.
Like okay.
She is set for somewhere in February. But that is like the perfect example of somebody who is a VTuber. You could tell that they're a VTuber because they do things. You know what they do.
She is doing stuff. She out here doing it.
She do be doing stuff though.
She be doing it.
She do be doing it though.
Right, but like with PNG or well, pre-debut PNG tubers who don't make content, I don't they don't count.
Yeah, I mean they're not even PNG tubing. That's the thing. They're
Well,
kind of
yeah,
just
yeah,
sitting there on Twitter, and they're like, "Here's my thing."
I started to say
Hi, guys.
PNG tuber, but I didn't want to
Yeah.
slight anybody who actively makes content as a PNG tuber, because there's nothing wrong with that. You know, absolutely, guys. If you're just a PNG, you are just as good as anybody else, as long as you are making content. Kanekray or Pratty, there we go. Just said it in chat a little while ago. Mori Calliope, when answering a Marshmallow about becoming a VTuber, you know, she put it best when she said, "Get out there and do something. Absolutely do something." Now, the context in which she said that wasn't necessarily like supposed to be ammunition against people who just sit on Twitter.
Yeah, I think she was just saying like, "Do it."
Well,
If you
yeah,
wanna do
because
it,
the
do
whole
it,
idea
right?
is that it's real easy to get cold feet. But if you just get out there and do it, you're basically stuck with it. And that's how I do things. I mean, if I did not enter her like rap remix contest, I would not have debuted in November. Because, you know, I was starting to get worried. I was like, oh, I'll just wait for Sundaria to get
Really?
back to me,
You were
and they never
getting
will.
You were getting the cold feet.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I mean, you know, the dates were passing by, and I'm like, well, I'm living a comfortable life right now. I have a nice, easy, open schedule. You know, I don't need to stress myself out about it now. It's not like it really matters the difference, but it does. You know, you will come up with 1.5 million excuses. Yeah, if you don't have expectations or a plan, you can't be disappointed, and that's partially true. Up until you wake up and you're like 30 years old and you're like, Jesus, I wish I had done this.
Oh god.
Personal experience, by the way. But putting that aside, no, like, absolutely, guys, if you want to do something, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. It doesn't matter how stupid it is. I mean, obviously, if you can put effort into it, absolutely do so. But, like, if it's a question of whether or not you should instead be asking yourself if you want to. Because if it's something you're real passionate about, you have to do it.
Yeah, I don't see like why not try? Like,
Well,
what do you lose?
you can lose a lot. You know, I feel like it's disingenuous to say that, you know, you don't have anything to lose.
It kind of depends. I don't know.
Well,
Kind of depends how far you go, really.
I would say
'Cause
that in the world of performance, like, regardless if it's VTubing or you know, being just a regular musician or an artist or whatever, you get out double what you put in, more or less. Yeah, I watched a single Wim stream and I was like, yes, and live the next day. There you go. Wim's a great guy.
That's true.
His opinions are a little wrong, but he's a great guy.
Is he?
Let me tell you, if he didn't bully me into this, you know, let me tell a brief story. Not this past November, or not this past December, but the one before that. So like 2019 going into 2020. I like announced to the Ehase Discord that I was going to become a VTuber. Right? I made this big long speech about it. And you know, people were like, wow, Kagerou, that's crazy. You know, I can't believe that, you know, you're like that determined about it. You know, it was so crazy that somebody later DM'd me and they're like, you know what? 10 years ago, I started to make my own visual novel, and after reading your speech, I'm gonna finish it. And I was like, yo, dude, that's cool. Let's do it. But then by like February of 2020, you know, I was working on stuff, and then you know, in April, HoloLive announced Holo EN, and I was like, oh, let's go, dude. But by July, I was about ready to give up. I put so much into it, but like, because I kind of hyped myself up to what it like would be like, and versus what it actually was, I was like, I don't want this at all. But like, but freaking Wim was like, you know what, being a VTuber sounds fun too. And so he you know, put some things together. He found some contacts, and when he first showed me his design, I was so jealous. I was like really mad about it. I really hope he's not here right now.
Boy with the
I was so upset about it because it looked good, and I was like jealous that I was like, why is this guy just better than me? You know, what gives him the right to start 6 months after me and have so much more? And you know, and Wim's such a nice guy. He would be like DMing me, be like, dude, what do you think about this microphone? And then it would occur to me like, I don't have a recording microphone. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good, I say, as though I know what I'm talking about. And then I would order, I have all the same pieces of equipment that he does, except for the ASMR mic. I ordered all the same things that he did because I absolutely refuse to let him like beat me.
What is wrong with you?
True story. I was so mad that he just had his stuff put together. He's so responsible, and it made me look like an idiot. Thank goodness too. Yeah, because and then of course, you know, he got rejected from Sundaria, or rather, he didn't get a response back, and he was like, okay, I don't care anymore. And then he put his stuff together, and he debuted in August, I think. The shonen plot progression, yeah, no, seriously, it's the stupidest thing. I don't know what's wrong with me, but
you're like a rival, and you're like, I gotta do this.
Yeah, I'm the Gary Oak to the Ash Ketchum of Wim. I don't like that image at all. Gary motherfucking Oak. No, dude. But like, you know, he debuted and then he kept bullying me about it. He was like, yo,
wow,
get an answer back from them or freaking debut. You know, time's not gonna wait forever for you. And you know, here I am with like the, you know, the Twitter emoji of like the two like fingers poking. Oh, I don't know. I'm just gonna wait.
You guys got slighted, man. Tsundere, I can't believe they didn't have the gall to even just say like, hey,
you know what?
See you later.
I'll just say the same thing that he does. It's just they weren't prepared to manage the situation that they thought they had. And that, yeah, I feel like, you know, everybody's a human being. Except for me. I'm amazing.
Except for me.
But, like, you know, people make those mistakes. It's unfortunate. But I feel like it would be hypocritical of me to be like, wow, Tsundere is the worst. Because it's not, you know, they're doing what they're doing for fun, you know?
Yeah.
And that's legitimate. You know, the guy that quote-unquote interviewed me, I'm sure he's a pleasant guy. I'm sure he didn't look over my profile and was like, God, not this guy. I have a friend I'm so jealous of.
Probably just got way too out of hand for him.
Well, yeah, and that's ultimately what it comes down to, because nobody, like, when it comes down to it, right, if I were to host a D&D game, yep, and let's say everybody in chat right now, plus the two of you, wanted to play, but I can only take 4 of you, you know, I'm gonna have to tell at least half of you didn't make it, and nobody wants to have that conversation.
I guess that is like it's kind of a sad like thing to tell people.
Well,
it's
yeah, because
like,
imagine,
hey, you're not good enough.
Yeah, imagine getting someone's hopes up and then being like, actually, we don't like you as much anymore. We found somebody else who's better. And there's just no, yeah, there's no clean way to do it. So I mean, seriously, I really don't want to make it seem like I hate Sundaria, because I don't. I think those girls are all very fabulous. I think I could have done a better job, but it is what it is. So that was my 20-minute rant on PNG tubers.
It does kind of lead into a somewhat related topic. I think you've spoken about this once before. You had a prediction that I forgot when we mentioned it, but that in the future, a lot of people trying to become VTubers would drop out. And
yes.
I think we are a couple months maybe after you said that. We're kind of, at least
we're starting to see that. Yeah, there's a lot of retirements.
See that. There's some people dropping out. We're getting some dropouts, sadly. I think it's kind of sad.
It definitely is.
It do just be like that, I guess.
And it's especially hard for VTubers, right? So for like regular streamers, if they quit, yeah, it sucks. But like for VTubers, we have an image associated with us. I mean, we're actively using it right now. And basically, if you retire that image, it's gone forever.
Yeah.
The only person who can pick that image back up is you. And if you're done streaming, then you've basically just killed the VTuber.
Oh God.
Well, and that's like the worst part of it. Are you okay?
Miyu's dead.
No, I'm fine.
Oh,
Are
okay.
you? No,
You
you're
were
dead.
freaking out there for a second. She was like
Huh?
teleporting a little bit, and I was like, like, every time I'm about to start a
Whoa.
topic, she just flips out, and I'm like,
I'm
I-
literally just sitting here.
can I help you? Good gracious.
I don't know. I'm just chilling.
And she's just
You
chilling.
just- you
She
just
too-
vibe.
I'm literally just vibing here.
she's trying to imagine our conversation in images, but it's too zoomed in.
No.
Shut up! Don't take my problem and make it funny.
Oh, it's not a problem. It's just what makes you you. Just don't eat too much of the glue.
Shut up! Of course, I'll save some for you too.
Thanks.
Oh.
I really
God.
like my Elmers. Especially like cookies and cream. Oh, it's the best.
Kid, I just being
Shut up.
disgusting.
Move on.
Okay.
That's so
Anyways,
gross.
what the heck were you saying?
Alright.
Well,
So, yeah, just-
basically, people are dropping off for different reasons. Kind of, some it's just streaming it's too mentally taxing for them, and they've just decided to retire.
Mhm.
And other people, it's sort of they just did not and are not getting kind of the reception that they would like, and it's discouraging to them, and so they've decided to just drop off.
Yeah.
And it's sad because I've seen I won't name drop, right? There's someone a mutual on my Twitter, and he tries to post a lot, and he gets basically zero reception on it all the time, and it's like slowly just like you can see it through his tweets. He's just slowly kind of
It's maddening.
yeah, it's like weighed on his mind, and he's like, I think he has gone on hiatus now, and he's just he's dropped out. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's real unfortunate. Because streaming is not for everybody. And frankly, just like any performance art, the worst thing that could possibly happen is comparisons. And let me be the one to call myself a hypocrite first, all right, before anybody else tries to beat me to it. I mean, it is inevitable that you will compare yourself to another VTuber.
Yeah.
I mean, the easiest way to think about this is that we're all coworkers at the same job. However, our manager, our boss, if you will, is the audience. And the audience is who determines if we get a raise or if we don't. And the audience, unlike an actual human being who is a boss, they don't have sympathy. It's just
Zero sympathy.
well, no, and they don't because of the. All right, I'm gonna tinfoil real quick. We live in a society of consumerism, and it's a good thing. We have competitive consumerism, and what that basically means is that the audience always wins. Whenever a VTuber does something, for example, the JP, they have this down to a freaking science. When a game gets popular, all of them play it. Every single one. And it is so predictable every single time. Right? So like when Among Us
Right.
got popular, everyone played Among Us. Not
Yes.
only because it's popular, but because it's just the thing to do. With varying amounts of publicity. Well, no, I would say that my analogy still works a little bit better, where publicity is your boss. You are employed by publicity, and it's, in many cases that's quite literal, because the idea is that in this societal meritocracy, you have to outperform your peers to get noticed. Or you have to do something that your peers otherwise don't do as well as you. You know, it's not even about just being the most successful, it's just not being the least successful, is what it unfortunately comes down to. And not everybody can win. I mean, even if we were to say only 1% of VTubers can get famous, that's still like close to several thousand of them. Because there are so many. And the other 99%, that's it. Now, the other side of that is that because we are employed by publicity, that means that inevitably it's a matter of time before we just become more public. And again, it's not because we're like outperforming people, we're just lasting longer than our peers. It sucks when a VTuber drops out. It really does, because again,
Yeah,
the whole
it just,
design
like,
goes
it
down.
breaks my little heart.
Yeah, the whole design goes down, and anybody who is a VTuber can actively talk about the immense amount of work that goes on behind the scenes. Not even talking about streaming or computer issues or anything like that. Just balancing your life outside of stream and inside of stream is a hassle. It's a big deal, especially because for the vast majority of us, we also need to have a stable job. And so trying to I drive myself crazy with all of this, because I have a bunch of friends that I've known forever who are always like, Kagerou, dude, we don't hang out anymore. It's like we barely even know you. And it breaks my freaking heart. It actually makes me wish I was dead, because it's not like I hate these people. I want to hang out with them, but my options are I can skip work to hang out with them, but then I don't get paid and possibly get fired.
Oh.
I can skip streaming, but then, I basically put off my publicity. I can skip sleeping, but then I actually go insane. After a while, you gotta make sacrifices, and frankly, that's hard.
Yeah, this has also kind of happened with me. Like, ever since starting streaming, it has become harder to divide my time between the things that I used to fill my time up with.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I loved playing D&D games, and I used to play in one every single day of the week. Every single day. Because I just had the time. I mean, at my day job, I work in the mornings. And so I have the entire afternoon and the nighttime to just hang out. But now, even though I only stream for 2 to 3 hours, 2 to 3 times a week, I have to spend blocks of time in order to prepare for streams. I have to make thumbnails.
Right.
I gotta remind myself to post on Twitter. Okay, she's dead.
She's dead.
Yeah. But yeah, so I can't blame anybody who wants to stop. And if I want to look at this in the quote-unquote business sense and say something very, very insensitive, which please don't take this out of context, but for the sake of the example, it's technically a good thing that people are starting to quit, because it's less competition.
Yeah,
and that's a horrible way to look at it.
It's
but
horrible.
It is the truth.
It is true.
It is the truth, because that person who leaves their followers, God, I really,
somewhere.
really don't want to put it that way,
God.
but they go somewhere else, and there is a good chance that if you know the person, their followers also know you, and so you benefit.
Oh
so,
God.
Yeah, it's only business, and that's the worst part about it. And
yeah.
Obviously, it would be great, because in a perfect world, the way that VTubing can work is we pass around each other's viewers. And that's not even that hard to do. It just requires such an obnoxious amount of coordination that most people either don't think of it or just don't really care enough to put that much effort for it. I mean, imagine having to collab with literally every VTuber ever.
Man.
Well, Twitch is sort of nice in that way, in that they have raids, which is kind of how you share your community with someone else.
Yeah, I will
Right.
absolutely say that Twitch has its community figured out, but YouTube handles its business way better.
I mean, Jeff, he don't care. It's probably just a passive money generator. So
Right.
he's like, whatever, man.
Well, yeah, and I mean that's fine, and I think again, I make fun of people who stream on Twitch, but the reality is that it's just as good. Yeah, imagine schedule with all the time zones, right? I mean, but it is possible. There's nothing that really says that you can't collab with every VTuber ever. It would just require literally all of us to show up on a Google Doc and map out basically 6 months worth of streams to do. And you could do it, but nobody will. Realistically speaking, nobody's going to do that.
No.
But that would theoretically work. But you know, it is what it is. So honestly, what I would suggest is do not treat your stream like you're going to get famous with it. I mean, yeah, Kind of Cray basically, you know, said the other side of this. There's nothing that says you can't get 1 billion subscribers in a day. That's absolutely true. But my plan of action is to use my stream and my channel as a repertoire. That's a very stupid term to use, as a archive, I guess.
Right.
Portfolio. That's what I meant to say. Jesus Christ. A portfolio
Okay.
of streams. And if I want to, you know, audition or apply for like a big group that has a guaranteed following, I can be like, look, I've streamed this much. You know, yeah, I don't have
Right.
many followers, but this is what I can do. Now,
Almost like a resume. Or
yeah,
something.
and that's exactly what it is. Now, if it so happens that I get 1 billion subscribers in like the next 2 weeks, if it so happens that is the case, then great, awesome. You know, then I keep doing what I'm doing and nothing really changes. But it would be disingenuous to not just myself but also my viewers if I were to set those as expectations. He's got the Rona. Yeah, I'm gonna lean over here on Jupiter.
Hey,
Yeah, what are you gonna do now?
suck. I'm kicking you out. I'm gonna fill your room with dirt.
Nah.
I'm gonna just start kicking dirt into your room in the hallway.
What are you, a cat? Like spreading cat litter? Yeah, you're
Yeah.
just gonna walk there and
Yeah.
no, but like I would say that like it sucks that people are quitting. I think we're just going to keep seeing it happen. But at the same time, I feel like, at least in my experience, for every VTuber that like steps back, there's 2 more that just show up.
Maybe, but I feel like. Do you feel like. Okay, so basically, when Hololive EN was announced, there was a giant boom
There's a
Right.
huge
of
boom,
new people
which
going,
I also
"Wait a minute."
predicted, and I almost got
Yeah,
the
you did
day
predict
correct
it.
that they
Really?
started. Well, I told Wim and the others in the Weihasu Discord back again in like November of 2019 that in the summer Hololive is going to branch out to an English branch. And the reason that I
Is that
had
what
come
you
up with
said?
that, yeah, the reason I said that was because they had just recently gotten done with the debuts of the 4th generation of JP Talents, the leader of whom is an American who lives in Japan, you know, Kiryu Koko. She speaks fluent English. And ever since she started, all the way up until the following February of 2020, they had started to get official English subs on like a lot of streams and like content.
So they were like experimenting.
Oh
basically, and
yes,
then
they
went full-
knew
they went full on.
that there was a market here. And then would you believe it, in January-ish they started to show up the 1st generation of Hololive Indonesia, all 3 of whom speak fluent English. And all 3 of their debuts were almost entirely in English. Lo and behold, I sat there and I thought, it's going to be summertime. It's going to be May or June. They are going to do a Hololive English branch. I was off by like 2 months.
Crazy.
Yeah, I was off by 2 months because that's when I started to like work on being a VTuber, because I wanted to start streaming and like have some kind of experience under my belt when it started. And I was basically off by, you know, 6 or so months.
Right.
Niji Sanjay had already made one, and the English side of VTubing was ramping up, so I guess it was inevitable. But yeah, like, you know, a lot of people fell into the quote-unquote Hololive rabbit hole through Shirakami Fubuki's Scatman video, which is very, very funny. You know, Fubuki sorry, I should be a little more formal with this. Shirakami Fubuki has a lot of very, very short videos that she basically takes with her phone, and they're like 5 to 10 seconds long, where she just kind of says the things, and they're kind of funny.
Memeing, basically.
Yeah, and she'd been doing it for months and months and months and months. But she did one of the song Scatman. You know, beep, bop, bop, ba, da, bop,
Yeah.
bop, bop, ba, da. And then everybody thought it was super funny because, you know, soon there would be remixes of the original song with her voice over it. And it caught fire. Like, we're talking about 1 million views in like a month. Fire. It was a huge meme.
Dang, I've actually never seen that video.
Oh, it's pretty good. And so that's that's why she was called the meme queen for a long amount of time, because she would make these short little meme videos twice weekly. Just you know, sometimes it was, you know, Queen's We Will Rock You, but of course her Japanese accent is We Will Rock You, and it's
Right.
funny and it's cute, right? And so it's like the perfect storm.
Miyu's turned into a dog.
Bark, 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 bark.
Bandit.
Bark, 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 bark. No, I said oh my god earlier because I had a special guest in my room. One
Oh,
of
no.
them
A
came
special
upstairs.
Oh,
Yeah, one of them came upstairs and I had to go tend to them.
I see.
Like,
So where'd you stuff the body?
I beg your pardon. I have next question.
Where did you stuff the body, Miyu?
Next question, I said.
Oh, you're
Okay, so
finally awake. Oh no.
I am awake.
No,
Are
it's
you?
like the whole Skyrim meme. Ah, you're finally awake.
Oh, you're going to. Oh, okay.
it reminds me of my stupid meme.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
yes.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, that one. It's a good meme.
Okay, no, but basically,
Also, I
all
really.
I've. Oh, no, wait, what are you
No,
saying?
I'm gonna make a quick
No,
comment.
Miyu. Make words.
Okay, so you know how like Kage, you said like, oh, you're like freaking out over there sometimes, right?
Yeah.
It's because I keep rubbing my fucking face. Look, if
wrong
I
with
like
your
rub my
face?
nose, it's like it's gonna be like go fucking crazy or something. Like,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
just,
like,
rubbing
it
my
was just
nose
weird,
over
right?
there.
Cause we see Miyu and she goes, and then she's just like freaking out, and I'm like, hello? Yeah, can I
Like
help
the
you?
stupid meme when a VTuber gets up to get
Oh
water.
yeah, they're
Oh,
just
Oh
like,
god, yeah, that face trying to go fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's exactly what. Like I'll like cover a part of my face, and think it'll just go nuts. I don't know why. Like it's not that bad. Just stop tracking my face. Okay, but yeah, sorry, I cut you off. You what you
Alright,
saying?
go ahead, Jude.
Okay, so basically, Hollow IVN comes out. There's a giant boom of boys, a giant explosion of people wanting to become VTubers.
Mhm.
And I think, you know, inevitably, when there's just a big kind of trend, right? It's like
Mhm.
a trend. It's the Corona times, you know. No one's doing anything.
Yeah.
Everyone's stuck at home, and then everyone tries to become a VTuber. Inevitably, we're gonna get a big drop off. I think
Well, yeah.
at a point.
You know,
Right.
those of you who are here in chat, I really hope that somebody can like bookmark this stream or something, because I'm gonna say I am willing to bet 1 year from now we will have half the number of VTubers.
I would say that
You've
is
heard it
probably
here
correct.
first, folks.
Yeah.
Make your bets now.
Yeah. Now there is a chance that this ages extremely well or terribly. But I am willing to say today on January 28th, I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire. Ha ha! Joke's on you. Not only do I have feet, but I'm immune to
I
fire.
also have feet.
No, you
saw.
don't. No, you don't. You know what? I'm
Me
gonna
and
say this.
Juniper
I'm gonna
have
say
the same feet.
no. Okay, no, not again. Listen, I talked to Mama today, okay? And you know what she said
Okay.
to me? You know what she said
What
to me?
did she say?
Gets stressed out whenever you do that.
Really?
Yes, you are stressing
I like my
that
feet.
you don't have feet, Jupiter.
I have feet.
No, you don't.
Those are my feet.
No, no,
What the heck, man?
no. You know what? I also told her that if we do like a 3D stream one of these days, we need to get you like a wheelchair. because you don't have
What
any
the
feet.
heck? I'm
my
about to
God.
Photoshop Juniper's shoes onto my feet.
No, that's not. Those aren't feet, Jupiter. You're not an insect,
feet.
okay? Even for insects, they're not feet. They're just
What
legs.
do you mean?
They're legs.
Are you sure they don't have like? I think they got.
Oh my god, I'm gonna look this up right now. Hold on.
You're
Do
telling me, I'm pretty
insects
sure even
have
moths in
feet?
particular. If you look at a moth, look up moth foot or something.
Okay,
Moth.
they're called. They are dual-purpose hexapods.
Excuse me.
Yes,
Dual-purpose hexapod.
hexapods.
Okay, so insect feet is what you're saying to me.
Do you have hexapods, Jupiter? Is that what you have?
I guess so. If that's what they're called. Look, if you look at moth, they got little feet. Look.
Just gonna.
This is.
All right.
There's like a.
Sometimes
distinct
I can
foot.
still hear Jupiter's voice calling out in the distance. It's such a shame of what happened to her. Don't you agree, Miyu? Ever since the war, she just never came back the same. I can't believe we had to put her down.
You're just mad.
I miss
That's
her.
your problem.
I miss her too. Turn
You're
her,
just angry.
her stupid voice down on Discord too. There
Oh
we go.
god, I took a sip of water and I started wobbling around. Oh god. Can't do nothing with this bottle. Ah!
Pain is on par with, well,
Big
I-
pickle.
I don't want to talk about that too much. All right, now putting Neosama's stupid not feet aside. So,
Yeah, but I think you are correct in saying that half the boys are just gonna get assassinated.
yeah,
basically.
I think Thanos is gonna snap one of these days. It's just gonna take forever, but there's gonna be half as many by next year.
Which is sad, but
And it's the way that it goes.
unfortunate.
Well, what you know, that'll be stream what, 62? I think so, because we're on number 8 and there's 56 weeks in a year. I don't feel too good. Mr. Kage fucking dies. Yeah. It's basically how it is. No, I think the absolute worst thing is when a VTuber retires because they've been harassed.
Oh yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
awful. It's horrible.
Because
I
it's
think
like-
I've seen one of those
Now-
personally.
I thankfully haven't had any hate mail, but I do apparently have like 8 people that actively block me on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys checked that? You guys check that?
Yeah, I did.
I kind of wanted to
Oh,
check
no.
it. Is that like legit, or does it just like steal your
It's
Twitter
legit
info
enough.
or something? It doesn't like just steal your Twitter account or something. Like it kind of
Well,
seemed fishy.
I mean, even if it does, what's it gonna do? You know, post banger tweets
Post
at like
some-
midnight.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
gonna
and look.
post banger tweets like advertising some skin.
No hate
care or
mail. Yeah,
something.
I have never gotten hate mail. And honestly, it kind of makes me feel bad. Because it's
Really?
like,
People
imagine
have-
being
wait.
so unnoticed that they're not even willing to tell you that you're garbage.
Okay,
Yeah, there's
guys,
been.
guys,
Yes.
sorry. How many people do you think have blocked me? I'm gonna check right now. Based on the things I've tweeted.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
any
tweets
number.
Stuff, honestly.
I'm gonna say-
three,
Oh, really? I'm gonna say 10.
really.
How
Well,
many did
yeah.
you say, Jupiter?
I was gonna say 3, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was like 10.
Alright. Let's
Yeah,
see.
I'm gonna say 10.
Oh! Wow, that's not bad.
What is it, 5?
Accounts blocking
Yeah.
me is 4.
4.
Oh, hey.
Only 4. 25! God, you have more
25.
faith than me. Jeez, I don't tweet
Well,
like crazy.
okay.
Not crazy.
Wow, you
So
tweeted some
here's where I got my numbers from, right? I did some head maths. Well, because of the 3 of us, you have the most followers, which would mean that if all of us had like a set percentage of people who block us, right, then you would have the largest number.
Well, I don't know if it really works. Well,
Well, sure.
you would think it would work like that, but
But like, you know, if 1% of our followers were blocking us, that would mean that Miyu has what, 8, 9
I mean,
people.
blocking people is kind of like extreme though. Like
But you
that's,
know,
you gotta really be like, man, I hate this.
I
person.
really
Yeah, exactly. I don't think
I
I think
have-
all I've done is just be horny. And
I
that's
have
it.
I have several rants about the unfollow purge, or the concept of blocking somebody. I think the vast majority of people who do like follower purges are kind of dumb, and I don't understand what possesses them to do so.
That was also kind of a mini drama that happened. People were
Yeah.
also they were like, they don't understand these like people that are publicly out here being like, I'm doing a follower purge and you better comment if you don't want to.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I
that's
think
really
that's the
strange. Just do about it. Just go
Yeah.
about it on your own.
yeah,
Like,
nothing makes me
stop
want to
saying
unfollow you
things.
more than when you say that. And I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
comprehend. Now, I will say I have never blocked or unfollowed somebody literally ever. Not
have.
once. I've never muted somebody on like a game or another site because I think the whole concept is absolutely obnoxious. I think it's like one of the worst things you could do as a human being.
I unfollowed and muted a single person, and it's kind of sad, because they didn't technically do anything wrong, but I won't say their name either, and I always feel like bad about it in my head, because they're just trying to be nice, pretty much. Basically, this person, they celebrate their followers by adding every single one of them to say thank you.
Oh, that account.
Yes, and
And you followed it.
one time is like, whatever. But this man will do this periodically, right? So you don't just get tagged the one time. You get tagged every single time he does this.
Well, so
And
couldn't you just
No.
mute the conversations
Yeah.
as they pop up?
See, I
Yeah.
didn't realize meeting did that I could have
Oh.
just muted him, and so I unfollowed the man, and it's sort of like awkward to like refollow him after that, but I had to also mute him afterwards because he still asks you, because I guess like he probably just had some copy pasted somewhere, because that makes it
I
easier,
see.
right?
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's just like, I feel bad about it, right? Because I could have just muted him, but I didn't know that I could just mute the man and I wouldn't get the notifications anymore. And now it just feels
Right.
awkward to like refollow it. Just like,
Mhm.
that's a whoopsie on me.
See, here's my hot take on this. I actually am one of those people who will like unfollow people like periodically. Like, I usually do this with people who don't follow me back, but that's usually because like I'm very, for some reason, picky about like, oh my god, my ratio, it has to be like an even number.
That's kind of
It's
messed
not-
up.
Yeah, okay.
That's a little messed up.
It's a little messed up, I know, but the only reason I do it is because I like the look of an even number, and that's it.
I mean,
But since I've gained this a little bit more, I've decided, okay, I'm gonna get rid of this stupid rule for myself and start following people. So I've broken that. But if I unfollow people, usually it's because they're not following me, or it's not like they're like it's small VTubers. I'm talking about like artists and stuff.
see,
So not like
I don't understand why you would unfollow people in general. and
cleaning up the timeline. People
see
posting
and
content
this
online.
isn't really the fault of like users. I think Twitter is just very terribly put together for this, because the way that it works is that you either see everything that someone posts or nothing. There's not a median. And like a real easy solution to this is if Twitter introduced like an official post system. So like, if you could follow somebody and then like only follow their official posts, right? So then all of the memes that they post won't clutter up your timeline. That would like completely solve it, right? Because if you're following somebody for the sake of their content, then you would be informed of it without all the other business that goes aside from it. But if you wanted to follow their like non-official posts, then yeah, you would get everything that they say. And I don't even feel like this is a hard system. But to me, I feel like it's so lame, because it's like, well, sure, my timeline is cluttered, but honestly, the vast majority of Twitter users are gonna scroll through their entire timeline anyways. Like, most people even have like an established meme where you just browse Reddit or Twitter while like on the toilet or something. You know,
Well,
I don't.
see, I'm beginning to have this issue where it's more like, okay, I don't even have that many people followed, like as some other people. I think I have like 200 something. But I'm starting to notice that I'm missing tweets from some of my closer friends that I would like to see because they get lost in just all of the other junk that other people are posting. But the thing is, I like to see the junk. I like the junk. But some, she's not a fox, she's some other kind of animal that is very fox-like. She made a good point that, because she doesn't understand the follow-up purges either, because she brought up the point that we have lists. And so that's something that I never thought of before, is that I can stick all my friends in a list, so that way I stop missing their tweets, and I can also have my junk. Yeah.
No, I just generally, like, yeah, I just checked and I'm following 451. But honestly, I don't feel like my timeline is actually that cluttered. I mean, it's not like I sit down and read every single tweet that comes through. I mean, if I did, I'd probably comment on a lot more of them. But it's like, you know, for a lot of people, I just dislike the idea that somebody could say something that I otherwise would want to be a part of the conversation of, and I just don't see it because I'm not following them. You know, I really dislike the idea of having to like chance whether or not they say something like good or not. And honestly, I don't know. I feel like announcing that you're doing a follower purge is basically just a way, it's like attention seeking, you know?
Yeah, that's basically, I think that's the consensus that most people have. It's like why are you, like, what are you doing? You're just attention seeking.
Yeah, and
if you're gonna unfollow people, just
do it, you know?
Just do it. What are you, like, what?
Yeah.
Like, it'd be for just a mass unfollowing. I would honestly not be surprised. When I was, like, giga depressed, you know, I celebrated reaching 300, and then as soon as I made that post, I lost like 10 followers, and I didn't gain them back for like 2 weeks.
Wait, what did you do?
I celebrated getting 300.
And then they were like,
and then they instantly
screw
unfollowed.
this guy.
Instantly
Screw
unfollowed.
this guy for having 300.
Well, no, it's just like, you know, people will follow for the sake of a milestone, and then they just, you know, all right, I'm done. And it's like, okay, I get it, right? You know, I appreciate it, but now the tweet that I made makes me look like an idiot that can't count, you know? Like, and it like really bothered me because I'm like, well, you know, if you don't actually care about the content that I put out, then just don't follow, you know?
Yeah, I kind of don't get, like, why are you, that's kind of also the weird thing. It's like, why are you going on, like, why did you follow these people in the first place where you now have to go on a follow-up purge? Like, if you didn't like their things and you didn't want to see them, why did you do it in the first place? What was the purpose?
Related to this is a conversation I had with, what's her name? Hollow Bastion. She's a really nice lady. So she posted a while ago that she felt like it was unfair, it was wrong for people to follow other people for reasons that are like kind of stupid. Like for instance.
Wait, hold on. Hollow Bastion?
Yeah.
That's not a name, is it?
Yeah, that is her name. Hollow Bastion.
That's just isn't that a city in Hollow Knight, man? Am I insane?
I think it's spelled differently, but either way, she is a young lady, and I know she's a very nice young lady because she has glasses just like mine.
That's Kingdom Hearts. That's what it is. Okay, no, but continue.
Oh my god. So whatever. Either way, she posted that she thought it was kind of messed up for people to follow other people for stupid reasons. You know, like because they have glasses. And I put up the counterpoint that, well, glasses are real cute. And she was like, damn, you're right. That's not how not how that conversation went at all. So
okay.
I ended up replying saying like, the gist of her post was that you should follow people with the intention to get to know them, which is fair. I think that's a reasonable thing to want. If you follow people for stupid reasons or just for the meme, you're basically just inflating their numbers for the sake of inflating their numbers, which is
Fair.
agreeably disingenuous. But, man, I really like that word. But anyway, I brought up the counterpoint of there are too many people in existence. There is no feasible way to get to know everybody to the same extent in any reasonable amount of time.
Right.
So to me,
There's way too many boys.
yeah, there's way too many people. But for me personally, I would like any excuse to follow people. Literally any excuse. If you have an interesting design, if I think you're super cute, I'm gonna follow you. I might not ever talk to you, over Twitter. But that doesn't mean I hate your guts. It's that I think that you have the potential to be interesting enough for me to want to get to know. Now, my time is already something that I have a lot of troubles balancing. I don't even watch the streams of my best friends, much less, random people that I follow. But it's not that I don't want to see these things. Talking to people is scary anyways, absolutely. Talking to people is frightening.
Yeah, people are spooky, man.
People are very spooky. But either way, I brought up the counterpoint that's like, well, maybe I follow you because I want to get to know you. I just don't have the ability to right now. I want to watch your progress and see, what it is you're capable of and what you can and can't do. Better have that speech filter. And so, she responded and was like, when I first made this post, I didn't really think about it that way. And, I think that in itself is fair. I'm mostly just pointing out that it's kind of shallow to follow people with the expectation that you're going to get something out of it.
Right.
And that's absolutely true. So that's my big rant on
I
unfollowing.
I don't really enjoy approaching people. But if I have a very good reason to, I will. I'm just kind of I don't know. I don't know if I'm even shy, really. I'm just people avoidant. I don't know. It's only if something really bothers me. I did message that one guy about his background because my brain was just so I was just so bothered. But
Oh yeah. I had to think about that.
Yeah. I like to, I don't know. I like to see what's going on in the VTuber community, and so I just follow. I usually if somebody follows me and they're a VTuber, I like to follow them back a lot of the time, and if someone has an interesting design, I'll follow them, or I like memes and I like to see what's going on.
There's a lot of imposter syndrome with, that's, well, I feel like that's the conversation topic on its own. I'm pretty mixed on the whole imposter syndrome in general. But I'm not really smart enough to talk about stuff like that. I would really need to look into imposter syndrome because there is a marvelous video by a therapist that does D&D. Not as part of therapy sessions. It is just something that he does.
Yeah.
But he has a great video about how a lot of game masters suffer from imposter syndrome, or they feel like they are contributing to the whole idea, because being a game master, you're there to walk your players through a story, but you constantly have these worries of, I wonder if this is going to be good, or am I railroading them too hard or not enough, yada. So therapy with D&D. The therapy in D is what I would call it, but yeah, that's just me.
Okay, don't say that.
Oh, come on.
Don't say that.
It was clever.
Okay, sort of, but it also kind of that can kind of be taken the wrong way.
Oh my god. You two are so short that you're in the gutter.
Wow.
It's less welcome to a personality. I don't know if I would agree with that kind of crit. Maybe just for me, because I'm a super huge weirdo. I'm just afraid to talk to anybody, literally anybody.
Yeah.
and it ultimately comes down to, I don't want to say something stupid, because like in my head their response is like, who are you again? Like, God, just stop talking to me. You know, and it really doesn't matter who it is. I don't hold anybody like particularly personally. But you know, sometimes I'll see Miyu or Jupiter here. They'll make a tweet and then I'll just not respond, mostly because I don't feel like I have anything interesting to say. Now, the reality is probably, I would assume, that it doesn't actually matter what I say because it's just a stupid tweet anyways. But in my head, right? In my head, the way that it plays out is I make haha funny joke, and then like one of you two are just like, God, you know what? I've been waiting for an excuse to just say, get out of my face.
What is wrong with you?
I honestly, I have no idea. But I'm like this with literally everybody.
You have some deep-seated issues.
That is not an incorrect statement.
Oh,
but it's also not the topic that I had.
Just comment on my funny tweets, man.
No.
Comment on my scuffed art.
No.
You like my scuffed
Yeah,
art?
I do like it. I do like it.
Yeah.
I like the one you did for Goliath.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty good.
Goliath, but he's actually some kind of tiny muffin.
Yeah. God. No. Now my topic is somewhat the other side of this. It is YouTubers or content creators who have become VTubers. And these are like big established people, right?
Right.
So the example that I used before stream was PewDiePie. In a recent video, he used a default face rig VTuber avatar.
So do you know what happened with that exact? Because that was also like, you know, in the drama week bit.
Well, that's people being like stupid.
Are you informed? Like, what actually happened?
So,
like, was he memeing or what?
He's memeing.
Just like hanging out memeing
like
for,
the
like,
video
2 seconds?
before, he used his Minecraft avatar to stream with.
Yeah.
Like, he's just changing the way that he looks over stream. Because what it was is that he cut his hair. And he looks way different.
Right.
And so during that the surprise, he just used random avatars. Like,
okay, so the man was just doing like 2-second memes.
Yeah, it wasn't. He was not even like debuting as a VTuber. And literally, like, guys, don't be misinformed. He's using a face rig default avatar. Like, seriously, it wasn't drawn by anybody in particular. It was just there.
Yeah.
So like, don't make it out to be like, oh, you know, Felix Kjellberg is out to get us. No.
Yeah, see, that's because I didn't look too deeply into it. I just saw like some screenshots and I saw people sort of freaking out, but it looked like he was just memeing.
He's just memeing. He doesn't care, dude.
But people freaked the heck out about it.
Well, changing into a VTuber, you kind of change your market and the primary people you target with your videos, and I will absolutely disagree here.
Really?
In fact, I would say that mindset is, I hate using this word. I'm gonna find a different word. I would say that mindset is more harmful than anything. So I mentioned before that like a lot of VTubers, like a lot of our audiences are other VTubers.
Right.
There's not new people coming in because the people who already like detrimental, that's a way better word. God, I wish I'd used that. But anyway, people who already like VTubers already have VTubers that they like. If I myself was not a VTuber, I bet I would not be watching any of you guys because I wouldn't even.
Probably,
that pizza on toast? Man, you are like 4 streams too late to figure that one out.
Wow, really? Yeah, my delicious pizza toast.
Yeah, it's pizza toast. Come on.
Pizza toast.
Yeah, you gotta, you know, my budget's a little tight over here. I gotta make do.
No, but
ketchup for the pizza sauce.
But like the I'm not smooth burrito, I swear. But no, like if I was not a VTuber, I probably would have never met these two, and honestly, maybe I would have a little bit more sanity. But I would be watching HoloLive streams because those are the VTubers that I watched in past tense because now I don't have time. Go man. But like there's basically nobody new coming in to like watch new Ian VTubers because again there's so many of us. So I would say the solution, the best possible outcome is for popular people to become VTubers. Because
That would bring in some new boys.
right,
I
it
believe.
doesn't change the market. It just opens new avenues, right? So if PewDiePie, if he were to just be a VTuber, right? And just decide that he was a VTuber, right? And then that means that YouTube would be like, wait, there is similar content on my platform that is also popular. Just the way that recommendations work, and this would also occur on Twitch for individuals like Lily Pichu or Scara or Moist Critical or
Right.
you know, pick your favorite, right? If they became VTubers, then people who watch them can then be exposed to the rest of us. It brings a larger audience in. It's nothing but beneficial. And you know, I saw a bunch of threads on Reddit about this because people were super mad about PewDiePie becoming a VTuber, quote unquote.
It's weird because, like, where did they completely just blew it out of proportion, right? Because he was in no way like, "Hey, I'm a VTuber." He was just
He didn't
trolling,
even
right?
say the words
big
VTuber. He
trolling,
just
right?
used
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
He was
okay.
just trolling.
I think
And,
they're
like,
starting to like gatekeep using like PNGs, live 2D models, and like 3D models for streaming. I feel like it's starting to become a gatekeeping thing. And I mean, it comes without it's without saying because you know.
yeah,
it's
that
kind of
was
what YouTubing is
people
about.
were.
But there are
it
like
just
plenty of
blew
people
up.
who just do PNG streams. Like there are a couple streamers I know who aren't necessarily VTubers who use PNGs, like
Right.
Yeah.
the art and stuff. So
Which-
it's not necessarily. I understand why people are so mad. It's
no, I
not
mean people
ours.
gatekeep because they want to feel special, and you know, it's hard for me to blame them because it's like if you're part of something that's big. I mean, don't inflate your egos too much, but this is like a big turning point in history. Like right now, we're living it, because entertainment is more global now than it has ever been ever. I mentioned this just before the stream when I was talking to my boys. You know, when Yago came out on Hosho Marin's stream to say that Hololive was an entertainment company instead of an idol agency, that's a big deal. That's a huge deal because idol culture is pretty specific to the eastern side of the world.
Right.
And a lot of Westerners don't get it. You know, for example, Usara Pekora had to do an apology stream because she took a break from streaming every day. But that's just how it works, you know, that's the expectation set over there. And it makes a bunch of people upset over here in the West because we don't care. If you're working hard, then you deserve the break. But that's just not
Right.
how they see it in idol culture. And so to come out and say that it's an entertainment company is a big deal because it suddenly releases the, I don't want to say binds, that's kind of dramatic. It releases the idea that there are preset expectations. So, hold on,
Yeah.
let me retry it. Let's choose the Pokemon controversy. People primarily watch her for the looks, and then she wanted to be a VTuber. Well,
Whoa.
Pokemon
I
is
don't think
Pokemon is
she
kind of
didn't
controversial
make
in
her
general.
channel. Well, okay, I've never actually like watched her, but obviously I know better. Is her channel like? Did she
So-
make her channel with the intention of, "Hey, look at me, I'm girl"?
I would
Or is
say
she just like hanging out?
I would say no. I think she is more just hanging out, and she's also conscious of her appearance. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
it would be
I mean,
wrong of
okay,
me.
that's reasonable.
There's no way that she doesn't advertise herself in such a way to attract that audience. Because
Okay.
especially as a super popular Twitch streamer, you have to retain that popularity, right?
Right.
And so that's just how she chose to go about doing it. Now, I think Lily Pichu had the best explanation of wanting to be a VTuber. She said that sometimes she just doesn't feel like turning on her camera. And so having a model that moves, you know, so she can sit around in like pajamas or whatever,
Yeah.
is totally legit. I don't think there's a reason to gatekeep that. Now, Pokemon, yeah, a bunch of people were mad because, unsurprisingly, the vast majority of people who watch her are just, whoa,
Password?
no, there's a better term for it. They are down bad. Am I using that term right?
Yeah, you
I don't know
are.
if
You
that's-
are. Yes, you are.
Okay, good. Yeah, they're pretty down bad. And that's just how it is. And Pokimane, as a streamer, probably knows this. Because she's not a bad person. She does some questionable things, but she's not a bad person.
Right.
I refuse to believe that someone is inherently evil just because they're popular. Now, sure, scummy things to get to that popularity do happen, but I mean, when have you never heard of somebody who is popular have a controversy? Like, seriously. It's just...
Did Markiplier have a controversy?
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Did he?
Probably.
Let me go consult Google. Markiplier controversy.
I feel like he didn't. Has he done anything, or does he always just hang?
Oh, yep, there it
hung
is.
out?
In
Or
2016, Markiplier
He
gained
killed a
controversy
man.
after he posted a video of a horror game called The Hospital. Hold on. Let me go.
In 2016, he killed a man and buried him in the woods.
Oh god.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
The reason why it was controversial was that the jump scares in the game were actual pictures of gore, which include a person's face after having it been skinned, a nude woman's
Goodness.
corpse after being dismembered.
Oh god, what the heck?
Yeah. And then on April 11th, 2016, Mark posted a video titled YouTube Has Changed, in which he discussed the problems that he thought plagued YouTube. This was during an influx of the drama-related events in 2016, and many of his fans and other YouTubers, particularly Grade A Under A, said that he was inciting drama. So, I mean, the point is that it happens. You know, when you get large enough, you get a fan base that determines for themselves if something is controversial or not. You know, kind of
Right.
like what we were just saying. People just blow stuff out of proportion because it's just what they do. And that's why I really, really crave to just have a wider audience. Now, on Reddit, at least, a lot of people were butt mad because they're like, oh, I'm so glad PewDiePie's fans aren't in the VTuber community. And it's like, actually, they probably are. And you're just stupid. Because, like...
Dang.
You know, the reason you don't want those fans is that they're allegedly toxic. Like, that God, I hate that word. Oh, God, I hate even saying it. It makes me feel disgusting. Like, the very concept of labeling something as toxic is in itself quite toxic. Because you're basically just passing off all these people under the assumption that they're all terrible. Like, how are
Yeah.
you gonna tell 100 million people that they're not allowed to have entertainment?
It's kind of like it's weird to me to like say that. Like, who are we to decide who can and cannot like just use like an avatar for streaming?
Right, and
Like,
that's
What
the thing.
gives anyone that authority? It's kind of strange. to
It's
me.
obnoxious. So, I would hope that there are more popular VTubers. Like, seriously, I really hope for it.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing. I would like more people to like, because I'm sure like, you know, there's a whole bunch of people that don't even realize that VTubers
Are a thing,
are a
right?
thing. Yeah.
And it's you know, it's fun to get people involved in something that you can like enjoy. You know,
Yeah.
lots of people are connecting over VTubers, and it's great. You know, to sort of loop back to Hololive, Kiryu Coco has a bi-weekly meme review with one of the JP talents. Now, Japanese people don't really have a lot of the same memes that Americans do, or really
Right.
Westerners in general. In fact, I don't even think I've ever seen a Japanese meme
Yeah, I've never seen a
like at
Japanese
all.
meme.
But you know, ever since these meme reviews, there's a whole Twitter tag where Japanese people will take Western memes and attempt to like, you know, make it apply, right? And it's like the Galaxy Brain meme, you know, where it's like the
Yeah.
5 panels and it's all in Japanese, and it just makes me happy, right? Because even though I can't really read the text, I understand what's happening.
Right.
The meme has now evolved because there's a whole
The
new
meme
like
has evolved.
side of the planet that's getting involved with it. And
Some
that,
prime overseas memes.
well, yeah, and it just means that those of us who complain about not having a you know, a huge following, which includes me, to be fair, you know, we only stand to gain from more people on the outside coming in. Like, we literally have nothing to lose. Because at the end of the day, especially as any kind of Miyu, are you okay?
What?
You've had your mouth agape with this like concerned expression for the last 5 minutes.
Okay,
like,
listen, it's just the tracking.
No,
literally
it's
the
like
tracking.
it's like, you
My
know.
mouth is literally closed right now.
No,
Use your
it's
power
almost
and
as though
turn
like
red.
I'm talking to Jupiter, right? I'm like physically facing her, and she's looking at me,
I've
but
seen it,
you're
I've
looking
seen
at the cameramen who are being like dismembered by lizard people, or something. You're just like, guys. Oh
Listen!
my
Just you wait. Just you wait till my model of
god.
Ootori
No,
wears
dude.
a new
I
model.
swear to
Just you
God.
wait,
Just
bitch.
please watch somebody clip like parts of these and tell me that I'm wrong, right?
No.
She's sitting there like.
Just you wait.
Just you wait.
Just you
You
wait.
turn
Like I
red.
do
Use your
on-
power.
No, I don't wanna.
No. This is my Miyu impression. Check this out.
I can't see because the stream is taking a while.
Is that what she's like?
It can't be that bad.
Oh no, it's great. It's
kind
great.
of like
No.
It's kind of like that.
Oh,
that.
you're making me
It
feel
do
bad.
kind of be like that.
I want to go back to cardboard.
I want
I
to go
wanna
back
go
to cardboard.
I want to go back to cardboard. I don't like
It's
it.
just, I don't know. I feel like if I don't check on you like every 5 minutes, you're
I'm
gonna
literally
like.
just chilling here.
You
I'm
just look
literally
like you're about to
chilling.
break into tears or something. It's just like.
I'm fine.
I
Okay.
cry every
I
time.
cry every time.
I'm literally just hanging out. Can't hang out.
Jumping cardboard.
Listen, you gotta work with what you have.
Listen, nobody pulls off the jumping cardboard better than your boy here, alright? That's just fact.
Took my spot on best cardboard.
Yeah. I mean, that's...
I'm still
That's
permanently
cardboard.
cardboard. This is like the only way I can stream my live 2D model without actually streaming it. This is the only way I can do it where it actually works.
Well,
What,
that-
where you do it through someone else.
Yeah, because I literally can't do it on my own
Dang.
computer.
It's so sad. I
It
cry
is
every
so
time.
sad.
here,
Crying
I'll
always.
post a screenshot. Give me a second.
Oh god, I'm
I'm
scared.
gonna put this into my...
Oh, I'm
Alright,
scared.
what was I saying? Oh yeah.
That's
Oh
what
my
you
the
God.
looked like
thing
for
that-
like 5 minutes.
Really?
Just-
I
Yeah.
literally just
Kind of, yeah.
That's why I stop and look over at you to like see if you're gonna say anything, and you're just like, oh god.
I'm literally just sitting. I'm literally chilling out here. The mouth tracking is kind of funky, so because sometimes it just doesn't close, and I have to like kind of like purse my lips. So, like,
Right. No, I mean I get it, right? But it's just like, I don't know. I
It's
mean, I'm
funny,
talking to
I
Jupiter.
know.
I'm talking to Jupiter, and then I look over and it's like,
It's like,
well, I'm out later. All right. See ya. See ya,
Bye-bye.
magician.
Oh, good night.
goodbye.
What was I saying? Oh
Where
yeah,
were we?
the thing got so blown out of proportion, and then he got the Philip DeFranco or whatever had a very small section in his video on it, and it
Yeah.
was basically like, you know, he basically said PewDiePie was a VTuber for a second, and then he posted some 2 different tweets basically of the 2 different sides of the VTuber community and how they like felt about this. And it was basically one person, which it's weird because I have the 2 people he posted, one of them I have interacted with, where like he followed me and I've talked to him for like 2 seconds in my stream, and then the other one we have seen and talked about recently, the other
Me?
Phoenix.
Oh.
It was the other Phoenix.
He's
Fennec?
yeah. He calls his viewers ashes or something.
Something
Embers,
like that, or like embers or something.
Yeah. God damn it.
His
I'm gonna punch that guy.
okay, honestly, he came up with like a that should have been you. I don't know how come you didn't think about that, man. That
Shut
was
up,
pretty good.
Jupiter. Don't bully me.
This is pretty good.
And what's that name you wanted to use?
That Phoenix got it figured out. Okay,
never
I don't
mind,
know
never
about.
mind.
I don't know what this one's doing. But anyway,
I've literally just been rejected by my older sister. I cannot believe this.
Man, what the fuck?
I'm just look. You didn't think about embers, man. Come on, man.
You didn't either, you idiot! What do you
Okay,
call
well,
your
like,
viewers?
I don't call 'em- well. I mean, they're my den friends, but
Oh my god.
mean-
Den friends.
yeah.
Den friends. Hold
They're
on,
my
I gotta
den
type it
friends.
out
Are they
very
den friends
specifically.
with benefits soon? Like, where are you going here?
Den friends?
No, my den friends.
Den friends.
But no, now you're making me lose track of what I was saying. This is off
Sorry.
topic.
Sorry.
I just have to
No.
defend myself.
Okay, no, embers is like that's super cool. Okay, that man must have thought hard about that one because that's really
That man's a
Okay, props
freaking
to that
genius. Like,
Yeah,
He's a
clearly
genius.
without a
you didn't
doubt.
have to
Embers,
know.
that's
Clearly you
genius.
didn't think
Okay,
hard about
but
it.
his tweet made it in there, and then another man called Horatius, which is the man that I've interacted with. And it's basically one of them was like, we don't want PewDiePie's fans in here because they're toxic, and the other one was like, it's good because and it exposes people to VTubers, and it was basically just. I think he probably got some flack for it, I think, because I think he made some follow-up tweets, and he was like, hey, this got, like, taken out of context and stuff.
well, yeah, I mean, basically, there's no way that you take any kind of side, and not come out with, like,
Some flack.
yeah.
Someone gonna yell at you for it. I think it's kind of strange, though, because those two are, like, it's not like they're, like, very, extremely popular yet. Like, how did this man dig into this like this? It's kind of weird. Like, how deep is Mr. Phillip into the VTuber community that he found these two random tweets out here?
Well, I don't know. I feel like
I don't know.
I feel like it's
I just looked up like VTuber PewDiePie, and then a couple words is like, don't want or whatever.
Don't want.
Like
No.
search the
You
keyword
think-
like don't want.
Oh,
or it's like
maybe
this is
search-
okay.
You think he searched like? Well, I feel like they didn't even tag it Ian VTuber. Like it's not like they tagged him. I think.
No,
they just
no, no.
made-
You don't have. You could
Can
search
you
up
even-
tweets with just words. Like if you
Well,
were to
what
type in like
if-
Tsukimoto Miyu horny, you would see every tweet I've ever made with the word horny in it. That's
Yeah,
like
but
that's just how the
that's
search
looking
function
up
works.
that's looking up a specific person. Like, what would you even type? PewDiePie or like you can't
Well-
just type
No, you
PewDiePie.
can look up VTuber, and it doesn't necessarily
VTuber.
have to be in the word VTuber doesn't necessarily have to be in the tweet. It could be anywhere in their username or
Really?
their little like name. Yeah. Like if you were to look
So
up VTuber, like just the word VTuber, you'd
Yeah.
probably find people with like either who have tweeted the word VTuber or what's in their name or anything like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Makes looking things up very interesting. Sorry, where were we?
No, I found it interesting. It was like kind of weird that because I know those two people. Like I follow those
They're
people and
famous. Like, look,
I
Mom,
didn't
I'm on
even see
TV.
those tweets.
Look, Mom, I'm on TV.
I'm on TV. Look at me. Very Blue's Clues.
Dan friends. I like that. That's like
Ben
the
friends.
funny thing my brain does is like when it sees a funny phrase, it's like I'll hold on to it and I'll say it like for the next 3 hours. So I'll just be like I'll be like sitting around and I'll just be like, haha, Dan friends.
Den friends.
Dan friends. Or like it's this thing, remember Korone when she did like ikam bukam?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I literally sat in
That's
my room
quality.
for hours just sitting there like ikam bukam.
No, I think did you see like the animation for it?
Whoa, wait, hold on. Writing channel into the YouTube and sorting by
Really?
date?
That is insane.
Whoa, wait. Hold
Whoa.
on. I need to celebrate this. I thought you came from someone else's channel and just stuck around.
Huh.
Because
That's insane.
every
Why would you
other
search
commenter
that?
in my chat across all of my streams comes from someone else.
Someone
Moshikashite,
who
hitotsu no
someone who
viewer.
genuinely found you. Omedetou!
Oh man,
That's
Omedetou!
let's go! No, I was looking for new
That's
channels.
so-
Oh my god.
Wow!
Ho-
See,
hold-
yeah.
hold
That's
up, hold
such a
up. I need-
strange thing to search.
I
That's
need to do
crazy.
something real quick. Give me a second.
It's gonna crack open a cold one to celebrate!
Hell no,
Gonna
hell
crack
no,
it
hell no, hell no. Hold on. There we go.
Are you gonna,
Alright.
are you gonna do that right now?
Alright, we fixed it.
What'd
What
you
did we
do?
fix?
Don't worry about it.
True viewer power.
Yeah, true view. No, he'll figure it out in a second. So anyway, I have an interesting image to post.
Mhm.
I think we can discuss it.
Whoa!
Wow.
Wow!
Wow.
Wow. What is that?
God damn
I
it,
don't
Jupiter.
get YouTube.
Mod, isn't it? You didn't give him mod.
Yeah, I gave him my powers.
What?
Wow.
I was actually
What
thinking
an
of doing that
honor.
anyways because he's literally in all of my streams and it's like nice. I've
Aw.
well, so see, I did that on purpose, right?
You love this bird?
The power in my
Aw.
hands. Use it irresponsibly. I won't notice.
Oh
All right,
god.
so I'm
I
gonna
hope
put
that-
this.
I hope I didn't pick up. Oh my god.
I'm gonna put this in no mic chat. Right?
Oh god.
Oh my god.
No! That's not what. Oh my god! You stupid bird! You stupid bird! I'm
Oh.
deleting. I can literally delete this. I can literally delete this. This is slander. I'm
Yeah,
getting rid
okay,
of it.
buddy. You know what else I can do?
Oh, god.
You know what I can do? Post it
What can you
again.
do? Ah,
God damn it! This wasn't even what the chart was made
Hardcore.
for. This is horrible.
Oh,
How could
yes.
you do this? Is this what you spent? This is what you were doing?
While you were talking over like the last 2 minutes, I was just like, you know what? I wonder.
I hate you so much. This is literally, this chart was not made for this.
This
Of
was
all
not
the
made
things you
for
could have
this.
done, it was not it.
Tell me
I
that
mean,
this
oh my
isn't a
goodness.
banger
Is it-
tweet.
Is it wrong though? That is a banger tweet.
This is a
Me
banger
steal
tweet
this-
waiting to happen.
Steal this and post it now.
No, I'll let Miyu post it.
Yeah, me steal this
My
image
banger
and post
tweet.
it. Yeah, that's your banger tweet now.
Okay,
That's a
hold
good
on.
one. That's a banger tweet. That's like a custom diagram.
Yeah,
tweet,
this
isn't it?
is like a fresh OC like meme.
This is banger.
I grilled this baby for like 2 hours. It's been
Oh, I don't
marinating
know.
in meme
I
sauce.
think it's flexible too. You can change the words.
Yeah,
This is
it
prime.
really is flexible.
This is a
I mean,
prime meme.
The outside of the box or the inside of the box that's above the head, you could like put other stuff.
Oh yeah. No, this is prime. You've created something
I
special here.
I really have.
Yeah.
Honestly,
There you
I don't know
go.
why me is so upset about it.
I hate it. Because it's
No,
because
what
that's
do you
not what I
mean?
wanted the chart to be used for.
No, you've created something insane here. This will go out into the internet and become a meme. You've birthed a
It better
meme.
become a banger.
Look,
You guys
somebody
better fucking like
already
it and tweet
likes it.
I'm gonna
Oh.
like it right now.
Who- I hate you. I hate you. I hate you so much.
Well, see, now you know what it's like when Jupiter donates.
What do you mean?
That's exactly what I feel. Oh my god, I hate you so
suck.
much. Because now I can't send it back.
You're a Dumbo.
You're a dumbo.
You ruined it. You
Dumb
ruined my
boy.
chart. My
What do you
lovely chart
mean?
that I
This
was.
is
No,
prime.
I didn't ruin
This
it.
is
I took it to its next inevitable stage.
It's evolved.
I refuse to believe that if I hadn't done this, someone else would have.
I feel like at some
Go
point
ahead,
someone
no.
would come up with this.
Stay
Wait,
away.
did he like it?
You know, he said chaos.
Okay.
Glad no.
Goliath, no.
VTuber channel.
You know, sometimes in like my blur of like horny posting, I just forget who follows me, and then like afterwards when I've calmed down, I'll like think back. It's like, oh god, Goliath,
Hey, how's it going there,
he's
Chief?
here. Anyways, I was just saying, I like forget sometimes who follows me, and then I'll think back to like all my like horny friends, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry you have to witness my like rampage.
probably, like-
I really turn into a monster when that thing happens.
That's probably how
I'm
Mox
sorry.
feels whenever he posts like anything. Cause he's also just a
I'm not. Let me reiterate.
soft
I'm
boy
not
turn
doing it
lead.
for clout. I'm not doing this for clout. I'm like genuinely going.
I think
through
you
it,
just
and
have
I
like
need
a
it to cry for
problem.
help.
How the
It's a
fuck?
cry for.
H-
It's a
how
cry
do
for
you
help.
read off the computer screen? Well, I think what these two are doing is they're physically at the video watching the YouTube chat,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
and then I'm reading from OBS. But oh, I see. Can't even see it from your view. Shake my head. Yeah. So the way that the immersion works is that we're actually reading from a script. So like the camera that's pointed at all of us, there's a big TV. There's two of them. There's one that has the script of everything that we say throughout the stream, including Miyu's concerning expressions.
Wow, thanks.
Yeah, I got you, Chief. And then also there's the chat. So I mean, it's mostly there for you guys.
Yeah. That laptop is for you. I made this for
Yeah.
you.
I made this for you. Yeah, seriously, guys, Jupiter did such a good job on this room.
Honestly, yeah.
I
Go-
try my best.
Go
Have
compliment
Have you
her.
seen my
I would
my cafe?
hang out in this room. The cafe? Is it the one that you
Yeah.
made in VR? Did you make that in VR? The one in VR that we all hung
What?
out at?
No. No,
Oh,
no,
the
no.
cat
I remade
cafe.
No, I did not make the cat cafe.
That place scares me.
Christ.
That's it. What do you mean? It's just a bunch
Dude,
of
those
little,
oh no, like especially the smaller cats, they like no clip across the room, man. They're like T-posing and stuff. It's crazy. It's total
okay, I don't know
chaos.
if the cats were T-posing.
Oh no, god, man, I was like frightened of those things.
No, you weren't. Come on, now you're just being silly.
And she made a cafe. You got a problem? I have not seen it.
I
though I
remade like I didn't even remade it because he didn't have what I made him a cafe. His background. I'm trying to find it. Like where did I? Even
I remember
place
that
it?
you made a cafe on the Minecraft server
Oh yeah, that was
forever
like,
ago.
years ago too.
Wait,
That
which
was
one?
like-
Which one? The one with Taicho?
Taicho's, yeah, the
Yeah.
first one.
That was like around the time I met Galea.
Yeah, yeah,
I was
and that's
making a cafe.
exactly. Well, I only remember that because it was the very first time I had met you, because you were building it and it was Belzy and I, and we were just talking.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then
I
you're like,
put you guys
yeah.
in my stream. Yeah,
Wait, I
like you were
remember Belle being on the server before, or was this one?
Oh,
just-
Belzy
before- was this
herself
before I
wasn't
came
on the server. She was just talking in the voice chat while Jupiter was streaming.
Oh.
And I remember being super self-conscious about it because I was like, okay, I can't
Really?
say anything out of character, right? Because I at the time I had like a specific personality that I wanted to act out, and I ended up dropping it by the time the actual debut happened. And also I was like, this girl is streaming. I don't want to say anything like super stupid or like yikes, you know? I don't want somebody else to be disadvantaged because I memed on their stream. And you just didn't say
'Cause I
anything.
knew.
You didn't say anything the whole time, and we're just talking, and I was like, oh, wait, there's somebody. We're on somebody's stream. Wait, say something.
I was basically just hanging out playing Minecraft.
And you were just
whenever
like,
you guys would say
"Bruh."
something, yeah. Whenever you guys would say
See,
something
okay, that's a good
crazy-
example of what I mean when you're just hanging
No,
out.
that's
in
messed
silence
up.
with other
That
people.
is messed up.
What do you? How
It
is that
is
messed
so
up?
wrong.
What do you mean?
It's not
No,
messed
listen,
up. Jupiter
if-
clearly was comfortable. She was
Yeah.
able to just hang out in silence with you guys.
No. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. And,
I like
a
the
conversation.
chattering of just like people. I enjoy it.
That just makes you a weirdo.
Wow.
No.
You're a weirdo. I think a lot
Yeah,
of
you're
people
a
would agree
weirdo.
that sitting in silence sometimes is what you need.
I mean,
Real
yeah, I sit in
weirdo.
silence all the time.
Weird.
That doesn't make me less of a weirdo in a conversation. Because a conversation
What do you
is like a
mean?
two-way street between all of the participants.
Yeah,
it-
but not if you're a group of friends. Like you can just enjoy each other's company. Like you don't need to
It's like the
be
th- yeah,
communicating all the time
No.
Like, through words.
Like if you do not make a conversation that like everybody can be in on, you have messed up. Right?
Well,
like-
it's more like I'll just be like it's like I'll be in a group of boys, right? We're in a Discord or whatever, and we're all kind of just hanging out, doing different things sometimes, right? Like I'll just be sitting around like I don't know, playing some random game, or they'll be playing some game, and we're just hanging out. We enjoy being around each other.
Nah. God, I mean, if you like imagine that where we're all physically in one place, that's so weird. It's like super awkward and kind of messed up. Oh, absolutely. I mean, like,
If
again,
someone was just like hanging out, like watching a movie or whatever, and you're hanging out like playing Pokemon on your Switch or something, you'd be like,
yeah, no, that's messed up.
This
That's
is
messed up.
horrible.
No,
Really?
that's terrible. It's terrible.
So weird.
No, don't do that. God,
Don't
God,
do
it's a
that.
rude.
What is wrong with you?
It is rude by the host and to the host to do that.
You're so strange.
See, staring
You're
at each other
strange.
menacingly, however, is a group activity.
Is that a group activity?
It is.
Is it really?
Well, yeah, because it's a standard greeting amongst us guys. You know, you look at the other and you give him the nod, and then he looks at you and he gives you the nod. Or, if you're really close, you give the up nods. Right? There's a whole like tier list, or not tier list. There's a whole like flow chart of etiquette, for us guys, and so
God,
you know.
Boys are so strange. This is why I like girls.
Yeah, I'm stranged out.
Nah.
Boys
You guys
are
just don't get
equally
it.
good.
Nah.
It's
Equally
about
good.
being
Girls are
polite.
good.
It's about being respectful, not just to yourself, but also those around you. Those are like the core values, right?
You have a very, like, strange idea. How are you gonna be out here and tell
You
me
have very specific rules
what's
for
like?
yourself.
Yeah, how are you gonna tell me what the rules are of like interacting with people, you little weirdo? How are you
Be-
gonna tell me
because
what
you're
makes me uncomfortable? I'm
Well,
about to
because
punch
you're
you in
afraid
your
of the
little bird
pizza guy,
brain.
Jupiter. You know, maybe I'm just worried for you. Okay?
I'm
Maybe
not
I want-
afraid of him. I just don't want to interact with him.
That's just as bad.
What do you mean?
That's even worse.
How you
Don't.
gonna tell me what makes me uncomfortable, man? How you
Oh
tell me
my
what's rude to
god,
me?
no, I'm telling you, it's something that you need to like work on, you know?
What do you
need
mean
to
work
be...
on?
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is a
Interacting with people
personal
is a
issue with
normal
yourself.
thing. You
You're
shouldn't
taking
Taking your own feelings and like projecting them onto the rest
Anyways,
of the
guys,
people
how-
and
anyways, chat,
pretending
how are you guys
that
doing
that's how.
today? I'm doing pretty well. I'm just pretending that it's not happening.
Other people do not feel this way that you feel, and you're just
No,
pretending
well,
that
no,
they
no, no.
do.
Well, they're just wrong, okay? Because
You're
if you
wrong.
no,
No,
if
you're
you're going to
stupid.
respect and like understand and accept the existence of other people, you need to be able to interact with them. It's a two-way street. Like having a
You
one-sided
don't
relationship
have to
is
interact
so
with them
messed
all
up.
the
Oh
time.
my god. I will respect
You'll
them by not
respect
talking to
them,
them. No, that is
yeah.
incorrect. That
What are
is
you
that is the
talking
opposite
about?
of respect. You know, if people say, "Hey, how's it going?" and you don't say anything back, that's really messed up, right?
Okay, that's like, yeah, but that's a different situation.
No, it's
like,
the
what do you
same
mean?
thing. You can
are you
give them
talking
the
about?
same respect by saying, "Hey, what's going on?" and then they'll respond in kind, "Oh, not much."
Yeah,
to-
no, of
yeah.
course you talk, but like you can't.
They talk to
don't
me when I
have to
can't
do
hear
that
and listen to music.
constantly.
Okay, well, I mean, if you're like listening to music and they talk at you, you can be excused, right? If you legitimately don't hear them, because like, you know, I'm hard of hearing. People talk to me a lot and I don't hear it. But you know, oftentimes if they like need my attention, they'll be like, "Yo, Kagerou," and I'm like, "Oh, what's up?" You know, right? I hate talking to people. I really don't like talking to people. But if somebody talks to me, you know, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Or if I see somebody and we make eye contact, it is the law that I need to acknowledge them somehow. The only exceptions to that rule, right, are if you see somebody in like an equally embarrassing position as you're in. For example, you know, if you're going like grocery shopping with your mom, right, and then you see your boy and he's grocery shopping with his mom. Now, if either of you weren't with your parents, you'd make fun of each other. Like, "Oh man, I saw Jeremy over at the store. Haha, what a loser." But since you're both with your parents, you make eye contact and you don't say anything. You don't say anything. Or teacher and student. Yeah, see, Goliath gets it. You just don't say anything, right? Because that's a different kind of respect. But that's an exception. That is not the rule, right? That is an exception to the rule. Otherwise, when you make eye contact with somebody, when somebody meets with you, it is appropriate, polite, and in some cases expected that you say something.
I just feel like have you never been that comfortable with anyone before?
No, no.
Where you can just vibe?
Uh,
'Cause that's
well,
kind of sad,
That's
Birdie.
so sad. You know,
It's
I
a
love
little
taking.
sad.
I love taking naps with my friends. We'll be so comfortable with each other. It's like, hey, I'm gonna go to sleep. It's like, sure, and then they'll fall asleep shortly after, and then we just fucking
man,
sleep.
okay, if
And then we
if
just
somebody
hang
like
and
came to
chill
my
and-
house and fell asleep, my mom would beat the crap out of me. Like, actually, they'd be like, "Why
Really?
are you not entertaining the guest?" Because they are the guest. They have
But
come
what if
over.
I
They
wanna
have taken
sleep?
time out of their day specifically to spend with you. It is your obligation to spend time with them. And they need to
My-
be entertained.
good
It's
friend.
the same thing. You know, there's an extension of this rule that if somebody comes to your house and you have food, you accommodate them with food. How have your
Okay,
grandmothers
I
not
can
like
see
shoved
that,
cookies
yeah.
down your throats yet?
No, I
right?
can see feeding the people that come to you. Come over
It's
you
the
to-
same thing with
Yeah.
entertainment. They need to be entertained at all times. Otherwise, it would have been a
Your-
waste.
Your idea of like interpersonal relationships is just strange, though. Like it's
little
sort of, it's
strange.
almost like you're looking at them as if it's like a business partnership
Well,
or
I mean,
something,
that's
or
kind
it's
of
like
what
a
it is.
business
I mean,
meeting. when they
it
come
is
over here.
nevertheless a mutual relationship. It's kind of acknowledging to the other person that yes, they do care and that they are trying to talk and make conversation. Absolutely, absolutely.
No, of course.
Now-
You don't just come over there in complete silence and then flop around. You talk a little bit, but I'm just saying you don't have to. There can be periods of silence, of like
Well, I mean-
individualism, but together.
Well, sure. But similarly, I mean, you should at least have something prepared. Now, another exception. Well, this isn't really an exception. It's more of just like a weird gray area. Like if you invited a bunch of friends over and you all are like reading, sure, that
We
makes
having a
total
reading
sense.
party.
Yeah, and I mean, people do that. I think it's super weird, and it makes me very, very uncomfortable
Really?
to do.
You think it's weird?
Oh yeah, I
do you
can't do it.
mean?
I can't do it. Well, I have issues reading in general. I
Oh.
have a lot of problems sitting in general silence, like not doing much. It's why I don't read books.
I think you just have a problem, man.
Well,
I think
that in itself is agreeably a separate issue. I just don't like reading books. It's not enough stimulation for like my hands. Read and listen to music, yeah, I can't do that either. Listening to music is actually kind of a chore, which is also a separate issue.
You don't get the movie head
The what?
when you read a book. It doesn't
Oh
don't have,
no,
like,
no,
intense
no.
visualization.
Yeah,
and it feels
like I
really-
said before, it's very hard for me to imagine things like as a visual. Now,
Right.
most books, include descriptions, which are great, and that can build the environment for me. The problem is the act of reading itself is troublesome.
Hmm.
It's because I'm sitting like generally still, and there's not stimulation.
Right.
Like my hands are
Yeah.
largely still, my legs are still. It bothers the crap out of me.
See, I've
um,
always kind of thought that people who don't enjoy reading, that's why. Like, who don't enjoy reading, like, for pleasure, or, like, non-fiction things, or
Mhm.
not, like, fiction things, is because they don't get, like, as I'm reading, the words just kind of are pictures, if that makes sense. Like, the scenes are,
I think
it's
it does.
playing out like a movie.
Yeah, yeah. Or school ruined it for them by having to overanalyze everything. Oh well, yeah, feels bad.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, a lot of
I
people
just
dropped off 'cause of that too.
I just can't stand reading for the same reason that I can't stand sleeping. I
They give you
I
anxiety.
cannot mentally like accept the fact that I'm sitting still, not doing something. And it's the same deal with listening to music, just kind of on the opposite side of the same
Is
coin.
reading? A lot of people would consider reading like doing something though.
I don't.
Whatever happened to the thing like go read a book? You know, people used to say that.
Well,
but
yeah,
not
sure.
really
I mean,
anymore,
people still tell me that. Some people are like, well, if you have a lot of trouble with that, have you tried manga? Have you tried comic books? I hate those too. I can't sit still to read. Like, it just, it's the weirdest thing, right? Because if I sit down and read, and this happens sometimes when I'm like reading something online, and before anybody suggests an audiobook, I can't do those either. But freaking Exercise and read? Well, that's
Yeah, what if you're squatting and reading?
that's a problem too, because then I won't read. I'll just be focused on the exercise. But like whenever I sit down to read, I get this like impending feeling of doom because I'm not doing
Really?
something. Oh yeah, absolutely. It freaks me out if I'm not like actively doing something. And it has to be like an activity. There are often times where I'll be hanging out with the boys and I'll be having a conversation with them while watching like anime or something. I am never not doing something. Literally ever.
You're crazy.
Nah.
I think you need some, I think you need like a therapist.
Nah. I'll punch him in the face.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will literally just flop around and do nothing, and it is one of my favorite
God.
activities.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do after this podcast? My favorite activity, taking a nap at inconvenient time.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
I'm
that's the
probably,
worst.
Like my planned activity for after the stream is to just flop for like a little, like I don't know how long, until I feel like getting up again.
GTA told me therapists are useless. I have to disagree.
Real life told me that therapists are useless.
Really?
I have to
I've
disagree.
heard-
As someone who's seen a therapist,
I
I've
have
heard
also
you have
seen a
to find
therapist,
the
and I
right one.
actually tried to punch him in the face. That was not a
I've
joke.
heard I mean it makes sense that like just because you became a therapist doesn't mean you're good at it, right? You're just
Well,
a
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
people
yeah.
probably
And
just a bunch
and
of
I,
typos.
I have
bad
more
at
than
one.
understood that the one that I got was just a really, really bad job, but it's like,
Probably got
it's such a
good.
permanently etched memory into me, I'm just like, nah, fuck him. Interviews with less stress and more money. Nah, I know that there are good therapists out there, I don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Punch him in the face.
Yeah, punch him.
Punch him. Straight in
Yeah.
the face.
Alright, here's my latest work. This is like an unadjusted one that I made since you just
Latest work.
Oh.
my latest work.
Whoa, this is epic.
Yeah,
Hey.
see, I mean, you're just too talented.
No.
This is pretty epic.
No, God, don't say this. Shut up, Jesus. God, Jesus,
No,
you're so
the problem is-
stupid.
Whenever
Look
I
at those oranges. Oh my goodness.
whenever I
Love
make
it.
stuff, it breaks all of my bones.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember we were
What,
talking about
what
this
is
before.
this? Like,
Yeah.
you know, you want to talk about imagery, like, what do you mean it breaks all of your bones?
It just breaks all of your bones. I understand
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Whenever
Miyu
I
gets
draw,
it.
it breaks all my bones.
Yeah. I think
it
you
just
just
fucking
you
hurts.
just have
I
to
think
know,
you
yeah.
two need professional help. What kind of art tools are you using that breaks your bones?
Flip
It's
Studio
more-
Pro, baby.
It's like psychological. It's not really like it's not.
It's just so stressful. I
Yeah,
just
it's
hate it.
psychological so much that it becomes physical. It like manifests itself.
Yeah.
What an interesting endeavor. Yeah, I'm never gonna get into drawing. Jesus. Like, I can't draw a straight line, but least of all, if my pen is, like, threatening me with a baseball bat. Good lord.
It's what happens when you spend a lot of time doing this kind of thing.
You know, hold on. I'm gonna ask Mama right now. Right now. Hold on.
I'd be surprised if she didn't get that too.
Hey, by the way, when you
Do your-
draw, do you,
You
like,
draw- does it
break
break
all of your
bones?
bones? Alright, we'll see what her response is.
I'm
hope
sure
people
she'll like
understand.
understand. I think it's like a. If you
Drawing is
do like
something? Oh, it's
art
white
or
function.
graphics, I think you like understand this feeling.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
so
It
I,
is
I used
so-
to edit
oh, hold
images, like, pseudo-professionally, you know?
Right.
And so I've definitely spent, like, 4 to 6 hours staring at freaking, like, GIMP, you know, trying to edit an image. But I've never gotten the feeling that my bones are broken.
Hold on. I'm bringing in a special guest. Or I'm gonna
Bring
try
them
to.
in.
I'm gonna try to. Hold on, give me a second.
Wait, okay, so she
Okay.
said, not like Jupiter. Different things break your bones? What the heck?
It's more like there's certain okay, design has rules, right? And it is so it's so difficult to explain. Like, in order to make things, there are certain things you have to know in order to make the things look good. You know what I'm saying? There are rules in design, and you have
Okay,
to.
okay.
You have to. It breaks my bones to try and follow these rules, and also like be free at the same time with like what I'm trying to do. If that makes any sense.
Oh, okay. Oh, hold on. You lost me at breaking bones again. Like, I cannot unsee. Oh god, I just totally lost track of music. Okay, I cannot unsee. Like, you're sitting down, right? You got like your
Okay,
oversized
I have,
shirt on, and you're like, you got some big old socks, and
Yeah.
you're drawing at a tablet, and then like you make a pen stroke and you just turn into water, right?
No.
And you just flop on the ground. Like what?
It's
What?
gradual. It is a gradual.
Learning
it's a
new
build-up.
skills breaks my bones. Why? Why are you?
Okay.
What?
Wait,
how-
what did you say?
Bones break.
I asked my special guest, and they asked me if I was okay. No.
Am I okay? Are you
But no,
okay?
okay, it's like, but I'm pretty sure the answer was yes, because she does experience stress whenever she does graphic design.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, stress
not
is
just-
one thing, but how do you break your bones?
Oh my
so-
god!
it's
Kagerou,
just-
it's insane! Just a
No,
saying.
it's a
so
stupid saying.
taxing.
What does it mean?
not.
Like,
It means it's so taxing on you mentally for like an extended period of time that the pain in your brain becomes physical. You physically hurt in your bones.
it mentally
And I
breaks you.
have to
Thank
lay
you,
down
Goliath, for
after a while.
using words that make sense. No, telling me that like, oh yeah, dude, I went out the other day, I got like a burger and all of my bones were broken. Like, what the heck? Where does this question, should my bones be? No. Generally, in my experience, bones are not meant to be broken. I'm not actually a scientist, but I'm pretty sure bones are not supposed to be broken.
No, because October said it too, right? Her bones break.
Not
She
from
confirmed it.
drawing.
Okay, what breaks
She
her
said
bones?
learning new skills breaks all of her
Okay,
bones.
yeah.
Which, I mean, sure, if I went into a construction company and tried to learn how to use the excavator and I screwed up, I'm sure all of my bones would be broken. That at least makes sense. Well, my bones aren't breaking, but... Then use an expression that makes more sense.
What do you mean? It makes so much sense.
It
You're
does.
saying-
It's more like
yeah, it
bone
makes
hurting
sense. You
juice.
just-
That doesn't work
Bone
either.
hurting juice.
No, I don't
Here,
like.
I'll tell you the problem, okay? The problem is you're stupid.
No, you're
And that's why you don't get it, it's because you're stupid.
No, I think this time it's you. People don't.
No.
People. Yeah, you know what? Even
You're
Mama
like-
says,
you're
"Oh, that's
outnumbered
Jupiter's
here."
fault." You know what? It is your fault.
You're outnumbered here. There's been like 4 different people that say their bones break when they're doing art and stuff.
Wait, it's Thursday.
Oh, did she miss Pizzacast? She
She
forgot.
did.
Oh no. Oh.
She will have to deal with the fact that I'm having a meltdown over how bones should remain unbroken in people's bodies. Present. Mama, bones should not be broken. This is not like a
October,
hard
tell-
concept to grasp.
Tell this man that look. Sometimes when you're out here, you out here making the bread. Okay, your bones break because it's hard. Okay.
No! Bones do not break by making bread. I make bread professionally.
Sometimes when you're out here doing the art for too long, your bones break and you gotta take a rest.
Jupiter's bones aren't broken. Well, her legs
Yeah, they're
certainly
not
are, but that's a
broken.
different issue.
They're not broken because when it
Oh, you're right.
becomes too
You know
much-
what? That's my bad. They're not broken because you don't have any.
Hey, I have feet.
No, you
Oh
have
my goodness.
hexa.
Don't make me show the feet.
Jupiter,
Okay. Don't make
I'm
me-
gonna remove
Don't
you.
make me-
I'm gonna remove you. All right, you'll have to go into the corner again. Do the calcium in the do they use calcium? It's white paint? Yeah, I
I
guess.
feel like they used to make white pigment from bone. Probably not people
Yeah,
bone.
yeah,
right?
I
But
would believe that.
I don't think they used people bone, but probably like animal
Bones
bone.
breaking equals Jupiter is tired. Have you ever considered the phrase "I just get tired"?
Well, it's not. Well, it's not tired.
But
It's a
it's
physical
funnier to say
pain.
my bones break.
No, it's just wrong, is what it is. It's
It is
just
a
wrong.
physical pain, like in my spine, that develops.
That's a problem.
In my bones.
No, that means that you need better posture.
It's not my posture.
Your
it's
bones
like
won't be hurting if you sit properly.
It's a stress overload.
Oh
Or it's not even. It's a frustration overload that turns physical in my bones. That I have to go lay down.
no, that's not how
It'll
that
be like-
works.
Yes, it is.
You can't
Well,
just
anyway,
make that decision. That's not how
you guys-
biology
Yeah, what do you
functions.
mean?
How are you guys in
That's how
chat?
it is.
Are you guys in chat doing okay?
I'm gonna have an
Oh, are you guys
aneurysm.
done?
I'm gonna have
Oh, are
it
you guys
in.
are you guys finished? You guys
No.
finished?
This man
okay.
is insane.
Hi,
This-
October, I love you. Please save me from these two.
Mom,
Save me.
your
This man
daughter
don't
is being
Bones
stupid.
breaking. He don't understand feet. What's your problem, man?
What's your problem?
You just don't get it.
I
You
don't
just
think
don't get it.
I don't think you get it.
I know I get
It's
it.
common freaking sense.
I got like 4 different people telling me that their bones break, and you out here just pretending that it ain't real.
Okay, listen, if 4 or 5 people say jumping off a bridge is the cool thing to do, that doesn't make them right.
Maybe it is cool.
I will save that.
Did you ever think about that?
It's not. It's not. Bridges are not to be jumped off of. They are meant
Bridges
to
are not
cross.
cool.
Kagerou
I mean,
will
your
forever
bones
be-
breaking ain't. I'm not saying your bones breaking is cool. It just happens.
That's like
but it
eating
hurts.
and feeling your bones slowly crack. Yeah, I got. Yeah.
Well, eating is not frustrating, is it? It doesn't. Eating, if anything, restores.
Why?
your
Why
bones.
does?
It's
Why
like a
does?
happy
Okay.
feeling.
Hold on. So, if stress and like anxiety and frustration causes your bones to break, is that what you're telling me, right?
It's probably like a. My bones breaking usually is just from a buildup of like frustration.
Well, sure. But
Yeah.
among the people whose bones apparently break, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's from frustration, anger, stress, or
Yeah,
similar feelings,
negative-
right?
just
Right. So
negative
okay.
feelings building up.
So I think I get
Over
it.
a period of time.
Why are my bones broken?
What,
Why
what do you
should you do that?
mean?
My bones are not broken. I'm very frustrated. I don't think. I think I've been deceived. In addition to the fact that you're wrong, you're just straight lying to me.
We would have to keep you in this state for maybe like I don't know, a couple hours.
I've
and then
been
you
I
would,
I
your
no,
bones would
my
break.
bones are very much not broken. Look, I can go this way. I can go this way. I can still do this. You know what?
they're not
my
broken
my
yet.
bones are not broken. I'm pretty sure you're just dumb. Oh, but I
Nah,
did lose
it
track.
takes a while.
No, I don't
You
think it
have
does.
you have to stay in that state for quite a while, and then your bones break. That's just how it is.
That's no.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. That is not how it
if
works.
you take healthy
Bones
breaks,
do not break.
my bones probably wouldn't break.
I think
but
you
I
can
go
be
until
on
my bones
fire
break.
while my bones are broken. Well, I can be on fire like quite a lot. That's usually how I vent my frustration, and that's what heats the house. And my bones don't break the way Jupiter's.
How do your bones break?
No. My bones break when like impacted with physical violence. Usually, like most people.
I mean, do you have like the Have you? I mean, okay. Obviously, you've experienced stress before, right? And anxiety.
Yes, yeah, once or
Uh,
twice, you could say. In
Yeah,
the last
once,
like 5
once or
minutes.
twice. Do you feel them physically in different areas?
No,
Really?
not at all.
Really? I can, like my. If I stress is like it gives me like, where is it? I don't know. It's like in my head. and like the back of my neck, and then anxiety is like in my tummy and heart. And it manifests in like a physical like feeling. You don't get specific
No.
like
No.
pain, really.
No.
How do you even really?
When I get
So it's just like
okay,
it's just a feeling, and that's
if
it?
I get super
It's just
like
an emotion.
if I get so stressed that it, like actually becomes a problem, I get sick. But I don't hurt. My bones
Really?
have never hurt.
So you only experience the emotion of these things. You don't experience like the physical like bits.
I mean, again, if it gets so bad, like the only times it has gotten so bad is like I can stress myself out so hard I can make myself sick. I can like give myself the cold, you know. But that's not an effect of like, you know, homeopathy trying to kill myself or whatever. It's that I basically get my blood pumping so fast that my body starts to break down. It's like inducing adrenaline while having a conversation, you know?
It's kind of interesting. No, I
But
get.
I have
physical
never
feeling as well
I
as
have
the emotion.
never even heard of people who
Really?
physically get hurt based on being stressed. Never once.
I mean, not even just hurt, but like not even like you don't get a feeling in your like different parts of you when you experience those things.
Nope.
Really, that's interesting. What about you, Me? Do you get just the emotion, or do you get physical
I get
like?
I get the emotion, and then it turns into the pain. Like
Okay.
I'll be having I'll start crying, and then I'll start spasming, and then I'll like start physically shaking, and then I'm like,
Okay, well that would definitely cause pain. Like spasms cause a lot of pain. Surprisingly, a lot of people feel that though, Kage, a lot more
Yeah,
than you
I
would think.
think-
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not entirely convinced that she's like not lying to me.
No, it's a real thing. I thought maybe it's not as common as I thought it was.
What's not common?
Just like there's like stress and anxiety are like not only do you feel the emotion, but you will feel like a physical feeling in certain bits of you.
I think it's
No. That's something that's.
I think
that's not
I
unheard
think
of.
it's all in your head. Like actually,
No,
I
it's
I
not.
I think you
That's not
legitimately
unheard of.
just associate. Well, I'm not saying it's not unheard of, but I think you can actually just fix this problem by like not associating it with that pain.
Well, it's not that I like associate it. I just noticed it one day. I was like, if I like, because it would just happen. I never really like
Alright,
thought
hold
about
on,
it before.
hold
It was
on. I'm
something
not-
just happened, and then one day I was like, what is the difference between stress and anxiety? And I thought about it, and I was like, well, stress, I feel like this, right? It's like physically in my head and my neck, and
Okay,
my
So
anxiety
you
is in
you
my heart
said
and my tummy.
so you said whenever you get stressed, it's your back that hurts.
It's my upper neck and my like probably the back of my head maybe.
Okay.
You also get
Yeah.
back.
Alright.
You also get back pain whenever you're stressed.
Maybe.
I have this weird
Probably not.
thing. I get
It's like my upper back.
very small blisters on my fingers whenever I get stressed out.
Goodness.
Okay. All right. So I have figured it out. I have figured out what it is.
Have you?
It's basically I'm right, but in a really kind of bizarre way. So it's not that the stress causes you direct pain. It's that stress causes you to unconsciously spasm your muscles.
Really?
so,
like in
like-
specific areas.
Right. So
Hmm.
specifically, like it's they say your back, your neck, and like your spine. Because you
Right,
have
so-
these huge muscles there that tighten, and they stay tightened when you're stressed. And so
Okay,
when you
that makes
finally release them, they're sore.
Okay, then you're like owie.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay. Because, you know, like, yeah, still doesn't explain the 206 bone fractures. But, no, I started to like understand what you were getting at when Miyu said that she had like spasms. Because I was like, you know what? I bet that's exactly what it is. Working retail breaks my bones. Yeah, I mean, I
Working
still think
retail
that
breaks- I
phrase
can-
is super stupid.
Huh.
You've got to find a better one.
You say that to anybody, they know what you mean.
No, just say stresses
Yeah.
me out.
What do you mean?
It's more accurate and it's less stupid.
You're just stupid, man.
No, you're
Just 'cause
stupid.
Just because you don't understand expressions doesn't mean
No,
nobody
it's
else
not
does.
that I
You're
don't
stupid, man.
understand the expression. It's just a stupid expression.
What
Find
do
a better
you
one.
mean? It's a good expression.
No, it's
breaking
not.
your bones hurts. What do you mean?
Yeah, it does.
It breaks my bones.
No,
man.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
It stresses you out. It causes you pains. You can
Yeah.
say stress makes me cramped and would be way more accurate.
It breaks my bones.
No, it does not. It does
You know
not
what breaks
break
my
your
bones?
bones.
You break my bones. You're
You-
breaking my bones.
No, no. I sometimes
Yeah.
I wish I could.
I want to break your bones. I want to bash your little brains in.
Okay, see that is a threat. You see that? You see this, people? No. Oh wait, sorry. You're gonna break my bones. You're gonna bash. What are you gonna do? Draw on my face? You know? Is that gonna
Yeah.
break my? No, it's gonna break your bones.
Probably.
You're gonna break your bones by breaking my bones.
No, it's probably if I break your bones, it probably relieve the stress. You don't think so? Is that not how that works?
No,
Okay.
No.
Are you sure?
pretty positive.
Okay.
You know what? That's what we need. I need to go like get Valafor to like give you some
Yeah.
mecha legs
I don't
or mecha
I don't
feet.
need mecha legs. I have feet.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I'm putting shoes on the feet. I'm putting the moth shoes on my feet.
Jupiter,
What?
please,
What?
don't. Please don't do this. All right.
Why
Begging
not?
you. This is just
Why don't
please.
you want me to wear shoes?
I want you to have normal feet.
I do have normal feet.
Ever since the war, Jupiter is grown more delusional.
Oh my
You're
god.
right. She's starting to get PTSD of broken bones and art.
October, don't make that face. I have feet. They're beautiful.
You don't.
saw
You don't
Juniper's
have feet. You don't have feet. You
Yes, I
don't have
do.
feet. You have to let go, Jupiter. You don't have feet anymore. You lost them in the war. Okay. I just
Oh
didn't have
my
the heart to
God.
tell you.
I'm done.
Oh God.
I'm
Oh
done.
God.
I'm
No.
done.
Get that off my screen. Those are not feet.
Yes, they are.
No, they are not.
Those are my feet.
No, they are not. No, they are
Yes,
not.
They are.
No.
Oh my god, you suck.
You
Go tell
suck.
her to go up to Juniper and tell her she doesn't have feet, and she'll turn into a giant centipede and kill you.
I'll tell her that her hexapods are nice. And
You have
she
nice
will say
hexapod.
thanks. In fact, hold on. I'm gonna do that right now.
What? What are you gonna do? Tell her she has nice hexapods?
Juniper. No, that's the wrong one. I think it's this one. Yep. Alright.
Yeah, we have the Hello Kitty. It's crazy.
First, I'm going to.
Wait
follow
a
her.
minute. Wait a minute. You
What?
know what I just realized? I just realized I could change my model, like, just whenever I want. You could do nothing about it.
Oh yeah. Technically, yeah. I mean, what would you even change it to?
Kagerou, you remember that little model thing I have?
Hold on.
You have a little model thing?
It's not of my character, but it's a funny little meme model that I found online.
Really?
But it was free. Yes.
Change into it now.
Sure. Kagerou, I'm so sorry.
Hold on.
Hurry. he's
I'm
busy.
dealing with
Too
one
late.
problem child already.
Oh, wait, does it move?
Oh. Your little
Oh
mungus.
god.
It's so funny in the chair, look at it.
You got the Hello Kitty on
Yeah.
Pizzacast? Yeah.
It's okay, look, see, we're making
No, that's
do.
perfect.
Is it? Is it
Yeah.
good?
There's
There
one
was
imposter.
Miyu
it was
looking
kind of weird.
sus.
Here's kind of a topic that I didn't really think of until now. I saw a VTuber that was, they're just a little
Little
Among
Among
Us
Us guy?
dude.
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
that.
Violet
and-
Nimue. Actually, she has like an actual moddable. She's just waiting on the reveal.
Oh, okay. She's just like
Mm.
memeing.
Yeah.
Is that her? I don't
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
know her
Yeah.
name,
Yeah.
but
She.
Yeah,
She.
yeah, I
kind
know
of
what you're talking
I feel like I haven't really seen any, but I feel like some people trying to be VTubers are like gonna be trying to take like copyrighted characters, and they're gonna like
Is this copyrighted?
get in trouble. Well, see, I don't know. You would think like when you make, if there was an actually like person actually trying to be like a little Among Us VTuber and the Among Us people were like upset about it, I think they could sue that person and like win if they wanted to.
Absolutely,
Right.
because it's
Yeah.
not their, well, yeah, it's not their
Yeah.
artwork. Even if
Because
you
when
did
you
hand
make-
draw it.
Yeah. Like when you make a thing, even if you don't go out and like get the actual copyright for it, you have like you have like default copyright protection. And so you have like a case if someone does that.
Mhm,
Yeah.
I see. So I just hang out and like this?
Yeah, this is you now.
This
You have
is
the
me
power
now.
to turn red. Yeah, they
I
wouldn't
ju-
even be able to fight.
I only
that's
have
the
blue
thing.
right now. It's okay. I can switch back.
Yeah, like they would have to just like fold because I mean, they wouldn't be able to like. You wouldn't be able to fight back. You just have to be like, no, please don't kill me. I'll stop.
There we go. Back to normal.
Back to normal.
Back
Okay.
to normal.
All right, sorry. What was the question? I had to go deal with that.
What, did you tell her she had nice hexapods?
I asked her a question, but because we're not mutuals, I can't like directly message her.
We were talking about, like, copyrighted characters and, like, basing your VTuber off of that.
Oh yeah, yeah. And there's similarly a lot of like people who want their pickers to be like animated and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
or they'll
Oh,
PNG
yeah.
tube with that, and that's yikes.
Yeah, I think that's a no-no, man.
That's a
Like-
big no-no.
It is.
Like,
big
you
no.
won't, you have to get caught, but, like, at some point, like, someone's gonna get caught, right? And and it's gonna turn into a big no-no.
Oh yeah.
Big no-no situation.
See, I'm just happy that thus far there hasn't been an issue, at least not that I've seen, where two VTuber designs were like similar enough.
Yeah.
And they start like fighting over it, because
I did see a
that would be the
strange-
worst.
I didn't really look into it. I did see a strange post about someone that said they were upset that newer VTubers were coming and copying older VTubers' designs. So I'm wondering if that's like an upcoming that might be an upcoming
Jupiter has
Google.
has like a twin. Well, yeah. I
I
mean,
did see a fox very similar to me, but she has brown eye.
I
and a different
think
outfit.
there's a girl named Juniper Violet who is a fox that has radar ears like you.
Mhm. Yes,
Is there?
I know who you're talking about. They're a 3D model, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, she's white. We're completely different.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. This wasn't quite the person. I
That's
was
just
thinking of.
another fox. Yeah.
Oh my God, Jupiter! Don't say that. That's so mean.
What? No, I mean.
Don't say
Just
just,
because we're-
another fox.
No, I'm saying
Come
just because we're
on.
the same. You're the one being racist. Just because we're
No,
the same.
I
species doesn't
legitimately
mean,
thought
like, we're
that
the same.
See, Miyu agreed with me. There's somebody that looks just like you.
I
and-
didn't say that.
Well, no. You agreed with me that there is somebody who.
No,
who
I
looks...
agreed. I was just confirming that, like, I knew the person.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah,
I
let me
misunderstood. I
see.
misunderstood.
Because I followed them recently. I think another fox looks a lot like me. Vix, I think. VIX. What is her at? Sakura Vix. Very similar, but I mean,
Is it all one word or?
yes, all one word. At Sakura Vix. You can see her little reference sheet.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Yeah, the long black hair, but she doesn't have the radar ears. And she's got choker. She's
Well, I mean, so do I.
she has feet.
I have a collar. Hey, I have feet.
It's a little hard for me to
I mean, she's a silver fox. I'm a marbled fox.
she definitely has different assets. That's for sure.
Yeah.
She's on the bigger side.
Yeah. She a little she got him.
She's got it.
She got him.
God bless, does she have it? God bless.
Yeah, but I think you know, inevitably there being so many VTubers coming out here, some people are gonna look a little similar.
Yeah. And I think this is
Sorry, you just reminded me. There's a VTuber who's also an office worker.
oh, Ionia, right?
It literally looks the exact same as me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, dude, she
Wait, let me
has the gold
see.
stripe and everything.
I saw
I'm
someone
pretty
with a gold
sure
stripe.
I'm pretty sure I introduced you to her. Because
Yeah,
she
you
made
did,
a
you
post
did.
and I
Oh, wait,
tagged you in it and I was like, look, it's your twin sister or something.
Something like that.
Oh yeah, I did see. I didn't know they were. I saw that they
I
had
mean-
the stripe. I didn't know they were a business tuber also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like yeah,
this
her
is
whole
where
thing is that
I-
she gets wasted after work.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's me.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't really care. Miyu is my character so long as someone doesn't rip off Miyu, and I'm fine. But like, it's pretty dang
Oh wait,
similar.
she's some sort
It's-
of lizard.
She's a dragon.
Okay. Some
The thing
sort
is,
of
it's
lizard.
the only thing that like kind of like really scared me was the blonde streak. 'Cause
Yeah.
Now,
That's quite.
if we want to talk about unique VTubers, I think one of the biggest ones I've seen is oh god. Her is at Miko Scrub, but I constantly forget her like name. Her thing is that she reincarnates like every month, and she totally redesigns
Really?
herself. I think she's currently
Wait.
a slime girl.
Oh, October should did that. It's a genius idea.
Arc 6 slime.
Nope, that's not her. It's like Tsunemi something.
Yeah, that is
yeah,
her. That's
Miko
that's
Scrub.
literally who I just said.
Arc 6 slime. I see.
Yeah, she's a slime right
Oh,
now.
okay. I didn't realize that Arc 6 was her current name.
No, that's not the name. It's literally like an arc.
Oh,
Yeah,
an anime.
She's saying it's the 6th arc.
I see.
I am slime.
No, not only is she like a really great artist, but like, damn, I think her concept is really good. Also, her like title thing has a pair of glasses in it, so God bless.
Well,
She's
no,
really
because
nice.
October, you wanted to like, you couldn't decide on a single month unless you really like that one and you're sticking with that one, right?
That's
You
too
like
much.
couldn't decide on what the heck
Mama-
you wanted to be.
You guys don't even know. All right. Well, these two do, but you guys in the chat, you have no idea. Mama's gorgeous. All right.
Yeah, she's crazy.
I'm like, I might redesign. Just saying. Just saying. I might. I don't know,
I might.
but I might.
You
Really?
might.
You trying to be more burb?
Shut up, Jupiter.
Yeah. You little elf-looking boy. Stupid boy.
You're stupid.
You stupid.
You're
You
stupid.
stupidity.
Stupid.
Oh, here they go again. Oh,
You
boy.
want to be a baby bird? You want to be a little baby bird?
You know what, Jupiter? I'm just hate you. Hate you.
It's okay, I love you.
I hate you so much.
No, you don't.
You're like the dumbest tsundere that ever existed.
I'm not even a soon. You're
That's,
soon.
I know. It's the worst part.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the worst part.
Don't know your fashion sense during the Hololive ranking was not appreciated. Okay, listen. If you're upset
Yeah,
about the Hololive ranking, then you're I just give the facts. All right. Now,
Your facts are wrong.
no, that is incorrect.
How are you gonna do my girl Korone like that?
Well, Korone is very cute. It's just her
Yeah, she
big
cute, man.
yellow
I
her
love
big
her
yellow. No,
outfit.
it's just not interesting enough. Also, pink leg warmers. I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
I like it.
It just
I
it like
Coronet's
fits
design.
her. I think.
It's-
I don't
Yeah,
know. Like
it does.
It's better than bare legs, but not really by much. I wish she had like some pants.
it's sort of just like it's kind of like what a child would put together, right? And that's kind of the
I
point. I think like if a
don't-
child like dressed themselves, I think they would wear like this, right? And that's kind of what it's supposed to go with her like.
No, I
Like
don't like it.
little
I don't like it.
outfit. I
Now,
like
however, there is a part 2 coming to that whole stream where we also talk about their personalities. And that I'm absolutely sure everybody will have a lot better of a time with. That is not the rankings that I gave them were purely on design. It has nothing to do with their persona or how much I personally like them. It's just if I had never met any of these individuals before, I even like the majority of her design. Nah, I can't do Korone. I think she is the worst designed of the gamers.
Wow.
Well,
I
that's
love her.
I mean, of 4, being number 4 is not terrible. Honestly, Okami Miyu has the best design, and Nekomata Okayu would be second, but like the thing with her pants being like slightly up is kind of weird, and I think
My
it's a little
pants.
stupid. And Shirakami Fubuki, the Luna is just garbage.
Wow.
Aw.
No, there is not a single redeeming quality about Himemori Luna. I will punch her in the face. I will choke her to death.
Wow.
No. Why
What
would
is
you say
wrong
that?
with you?
No, she deserves it, and she knows. That's the part
Oh
that
my
really gets me. She
God.
knows, and she welcomes it.
That's a little
Nah,
crown
nah,
woman, isn't
nah,
it?
nah.
You making
What?
stuff up.
No, well,
She's
no,
just like a cupcake.
she's the candy princess.
Looks like a cupcake. It's delicious.
No,
Yeah, she's
nah,
very cute.
she
What's
just
wrong with you?
punch in the face. Hold on.
Wow.
There's a Hololive senpai that said the exact same thing. Hosho Marion said it.
Really?
Himemori Luna.
Did they want to
Hosho
punch
Ma-
her in the face?
Yeah. Every
They
time
didn't
she talks,
say
just
that.
punch straight in the face.
Wow.
Oh, here we go. I found the image too. It's like a wallpaper.
It's a wallpaper.
All right, I'm gonna put this into my chat.
Let's take a look.
This is based on an actual conversation.
No.
Yes. No. She deserves it.
Wow.
She deserves it.
No.
Are you sure?
Positive. Cause see, here I'll spoil a little bit about Himemori Luna.
Okay.
She does it on purpose.
What is it like?
No,
How she talks? Because I've never heard her speak.
Oh God. Okay, imagine
You've
a
never
fucking
heard her talk, really?
imagine a baby, right?
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay. I think I'm putting it together now.
Yeah. No. She. No.
What, so just a little baby in
she
this.
very she's even explained that she like thinks it's funny when people get mad about like the stupid stuff that she does. She's like a huge
Isn't that
sadist.
the shit that Bella Fiend does?
No,
does that
because
like,
because
memes on purpose.
Luna acts obnoxious and baby-like specifically to annoy people. It is said that the more that you hate her, the more you are just like all of her supporters.
No, if that was me, like I would also find that very hilarious. That's a lot of
Yeah,
effort.
it's definitely
Oh,
deliberate,
man.
and that makes me more upset. What's up, Wayne?
It's like when you get mad when I say breaking your bones, or just when I'm saying like really stupid stuff.
Oh
It's
God,
hilarious.
yeah. The more you
That's
hate
so
Luna, the
funny.
more powerful she becomes. I am a constant source of power for her. I cannot stand Himemori Luna. She is the worst, and she knows it. That's why I
think
must.
That probably makes it better.
That's
It's probably
why I have to
hilarious.
punch her straight in the face.
Wow.
Just knock her out in one blow.
No, but have you seen the two snacks animations?
Yes, yes.
It's funny because like I used to watch. He used to just be a My Little Pony like animator. He would animate over like the Game Grumps.
Oh,
But it was
yeah,
just
yeah,
two
yeah,
best
yeah.
sisters play, yeah, and now he's just like a VTuber like memer,
Monster, yeah.
and it's hilarious.
The Kiara one was biased. Kiara Ne-sama doesn't know how to dress herself properly. That's all I'll say on that.
God,
What do you mean?
you're silly.
You're
There's something I think you need some sort of therapy.
no. I gotta punch that stupid candy princess in the face. I
What's your problem?
I gotta
You always
punch
just-
I gotta punch
you have, like,
Kiara
anger
Ne-sama
issues.
in the face. Yo, same. Thank you,
punching
mama.
people?
God. No,
Don't punch things.
I'll punch both of those girls
Don't punch
squarely
birds,
in
don't
their
punch
face.
frogs,
I
don't
will
punch
ensure
anything.
that their non-existent noses become craters. Okay?
Oh my god. What is wrong with you?
Deck them
Yeah,
in the
therapy
head.
is important.
No.
Where
No.
the heck is
in
instead of
face.
Therapy
Therapy is
Thursday being you like or, like looking at people and giving like it should just be you in therapy.
No.
It
Therapy
needs to be the
Thursday is
YouTube
gone
therapy.
forever.
Yeah, Therapy Thursday got replaced actually by Pizzacast.
Yeah.
It did.
The points
What
used on
about
Omar
therapy,
Podaka.
like-
Podaka is just too obnoxious. Her design is too chaotic, and that's what makes it terrible.
But haha, funny clown.
No,
Haha,
no,
Haha,
funny clown.
no, no. What makes me upset about Polka is that if she wasn't so, if she didn't look that obnoxious, she would actually be super attractive.
Let me see. What am I looking at?
Oh, hold on. Okay, we're doing this. All right.
Okay. What? She looks cute. Gosh darn it.
She is
You
too
know what?
much.
You suck. You stupid. I think you just like simplicity.
Well, no. I'm
So
down
I-
with a complex design. But this,
Well, you don't like chaos. If it's
it has
that's why I
to
like
make
the,
sense.
The non-symmetry like Bugsy.
Well, I can even deal. So, like, Ninomai Inanis, one of the best designs there is. She's super cute. And you know what? She's only got a sock on one leg. She's, one of her armbands is longer than the other. She's full of asymmetry, but she looks good. The design is sensible. Hold on. Let me go find, like, an image of Polka wearing literally anything else.
She's just like an extravagant like it's like a Vegas showgirl. Like
Well,
it's
it's too much. It is too
is
much.
it? I like it. I don't know. Well,
It
I
is-
mean, I could see like you could say it's too much. Yeah, like maybe
If
maybe the leg and the feet are just going too far. But I really like the dress.
no, the floofiness of the skirt also bothers me.
I mean, that's just Vegas showgirl kind of like.
I
They're
get
all-
it's part of the design aesthetic, but hold on, I'm like really looking for a flattering image that isn't just like won't get me banned off of YouTube.
Don't get me banned.
Because I want to find something that's like fair, you know. I really
Yeah.
dislike comparing characters based on like how good the artwork is. Which is why I refused to look for images of the girls that wasn't their like default artwork.
Right.
But I need to find an image of her that's not in her like outfit. There's got to be a better one.
I mean,
than
at that point, she's just. If you take her out of her outfit, she's sort of
she's super
generic.
cute. She's super cute. No. Big
Big
disagree.
cute, but generic. Really?
No,
She's
no,
just
no,
a- is
'cause-
she a
well,
fox? What is
Because she's got the big floofy ears, right?
Yeah.
She's got the kind of funky side braided ponytail hairstyle,
Right.
with like the messy on top. I mean, there's plenty of like big cues. Also, her pupils are like card signatures, or
Well, they're like little
houses
parts,
or
are
yeah.
they not?
Well, I mean, she can change them
Let's
from
get
hearts
the-
to diamonds to spades
okay.
and stuff like that. There are a bunch of really cool and unique things about her design, but she just wears these obnoxious clothes. I just hate her clothes. Even her persona is pretty good. Okay, here we go. I can do this image. I'm gonna put it in no mic. Okay. Look at this. There are a bunch of like really poignant things about her.
I guess she is really like cute looking.
Yeah, and
That's a cute little like.
and it like makes me upset that she's put in this really stupid outfit when really she just looks good on her own.
Yeah, but then, well, if you put her in like this, then she's not haha funny clown anymore.
Oh no, she definitely can be. There
But
are
even in this jacket.
there are
the
more than a few Hololive girls who are haha funny clown without even being a clown. Okay, I can't post any of these because it's like super lewd. What a shame.
Let's not go crazy.
Yeah, hold on. I'm not gonna post that one either. All right, well, that's all I'm gonna say on that. The next Waifu Wednesday, we're gonna like Bakwa. Yeah, Aqua looks really good in not her default outfit.
Wow.
Her most recent like maid outfit, where her hair is like straight, looks so good. So good. When she puts it in a ponytail, oh god, yes please. Alright, but we are going to end the stream here because we're going to be talking for another 2 hours if I get onto waifus, and I think Miyu has actually fallen asleep.
I think Miyu died. Miyu,
No, no, I've been cutting in and out, so I've just been silent.
Oh
So
no,
it's not like Shopee.
it's so sad.
Alright, so we're going to do the outro. You ladies ready?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
What do you mean you go?
I'm ready. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I'm ready. Yeah, let's go.
Alright. Well, thank you for everybody for coming to this episode of the Pizzacast. I hope it was very enlightening, and I hope you learned a lot. Not just about VTubers, but also about my idiot sister, and also Miyu, who wishes she was dead inside. I'm
No
sure there is
comments.
at least one relatable person here. Man, I just realized that we're like the ultimate, what is it, Subuke?
The heck did you just say to me?
Bless you.
Wim, what's the what's the phrase for like the straight man and the idiot
Oh,
combo? There's like a
yeah,
specific
you're
phrase.
pretty stupid. You're right.
Okay. Well, either way. Tsukomi and Boke. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that's the two of us plus Miyu. All right.
Wow.
Thanks.
Well, no. You got lucky this time, Miyu. You don't want to be either of those. So,
I just want to be equivalent.
well,
Well, you
I
did
just
say
like
end
being-
the way that
It's okay.
Tsukome and Boke works is that yeah, Miyu is the audience. The audience and say Miyu's actually the main character.
Damn, I suffer from main character syndrome.
Are we all
I'm
just
really
side
big
characters
character.
in Miyu's story?
Yeah. No, the
Unfortunately.
Tsukomi is basically the straight man. It's the person that basically spells out the punchline, or is the punchline, right? So when you say you break your bones and I say no you don't, your bones are still intact, that's me being the straight man. And it's funny because you are basically making fun of me for saying the obvious.
Yes.
Right. That makes you the idiot.
Okay, but you're the ultimate idiot.
No. I am
Because
the
I'm
straight
just
man.
memeing, and it's hilarious.
I am the straight man, and you know what? I am one of the few straight man VTubers there ever has been. I will stand this ground until I die, and reincarnate
Hey,
and
remember
die
when we were gonna end the
again.
episode?
Do what?
Remember when we were gonna end the episode?
No,
No.
I don't remember that.
Say no, Kagerou!
Kagerou!
Christ in heaven.
God, please help me.
You can't go that
God,
fast,
no.
dude.
Yeah,
Say
yeah, well,
anything.
you
It's
just-
so
oh,
stupid.
Hey!
Let's do
Hey,
better.
what's that in
It's
chat?
so
What the heck?
stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, this is too much. Hold on.
Yeah,
You need to
this is
get put
mine.
in town there.
This is my
You need to,
pizza
no. Hold up, hold up,
No,
hold
What do you
up.
mean?
That's
What's wrong with
Otsuki.
you?
Oh my god!
What's
Otsuki!
happening?
what the
Who?
heck?
I gotta write that down.
What are you talking about?
Otsuki.
Wow, you deleted it. You're stupid.
No, I didn't. He deleted it because he knew what was good for him. All
No,
right.
you're stupid.
No,
I
you're
saw you.
you're
so
stupid. You're so stupid.
stupid.
God, Jupiter.
dumb
You know
out
what?
every
I've had to put up with this for like 4 episodes in a
You don't
freaking
even know
row.
it,
Okay?
sweetheart.
Can you just
You don't
say
know what
something
breaks your
intelligent for
bones.
once? Like, oh,
Yeah,
what?
I love you.
Why? What? Please, just like, so, just all you have to do. I swear to God, I don't even know what to
It's
do
okay, I
with you
love you.
anymore. I just gotta go. I hate this.